Okay. Well, I guess using OBS's window capture is not going to be whatever game capture is not going to be an option. So here we go with display capture, which means if it crashes, I'm going to see what my desktop looks like. Great. This is not the first time I played LA Noire, not even the first time I played it on stream, but hoping to play a significant portion of it on stream today for the sake of did I skip the tutorial? Not mean to skip the tutorial. In case anybody that has not heard of, seen, whatever, everyone should have seen it because I was planning on doing this. I was planning on doing this for about 3 weeks now, 4 weeks, and then fucking Critical played on his stream and it pisses me off. I play this like at least 2 times a year, and I typically stream it when I do. Wish I made a sequel. Bring back Phelps for all I care.
Have room to breathe and not be overlooked by his neighbors.
Not be overlooked by his neighbors. Yes.
The city where a man's home is his castle. A quarter acre of the dream made possible by victory.
It would have been so annoying walking around LA.
A city of pioneers.
Hollywoodland. In case you're wondering, yes, I am keeping that 30 FPS lock this time. I'm not going to try to unlock it
A city of dreamers.
because unlocking it risks, what do you call it? It affects the physics of driving and braking and all that, and rather than turn it on and off a bunch and making it look weird, I'm just gonna leave it at 30 FPS instead.
A 20th century city that will become a model for the world.
And I just brought chat up now. There we go.
A city that has no boundaries.
For some reason, my
Stretch as far as the
OBS does not like showing me the live chat thing after the first time I set it up, so I'm just living with it.
In the Marine Corps, you deal with the chain of command. Mistakes get made, but you deal with them.
Oh, of course,
You know what you're
mistakes get
fighting.
made.
You're on the same team. But dealing with corruption is like
Do you know
chasing
that you are?
shadows. You never know whether the guy you're talking to is on the pad, or whether it's your partner, or maybe even the watch.
Wow, the colors look really different between my game screen and my secondary monitor. Can't tell which one I like better.
14 Adam, come in.
Go ahead, KGPL.
14 Adam, see the detective, an ambulance shooting at 6th and Industrial Street. Unit 16 William requests uniform assistance for an evidence search. 14 Adam, code 2.
Roger, 14 Adam.
I'll show you an evidence search. Bend over. Squat and cough.
Here we go again. They don't request uniforms for an evidence search.
Evidence search, that's an emergency. Quick, turn on the sirens. Go the opposite way around corners. Wee. And try not to kill too many civilians. Oh. Well, at least I got to basically check mailbox.
Lloyd Rose, homicide. You might back up?
Yes, sir. Phelps and Dunn, Wilshire Division.
We had a shooting.
Lloyd
took place down
Rose.
this alleyway.
Trying to remember that name.
We have the Vic, Scooter Payton, a Negro male bagged up and on his way to Central Morgue. Witness says a tall white guy, our shooter, put 2 in the Vic's head and then threw his piece. I need you guys to
Why
try and
Dick?
recover the gat.
You want us to look anywhere in particular?
Give it your best shot, guys. The dead guy's a lowlife. I'm not expecting any miracles here.
And if we recover the weapon?
Bag it and return it to technical services.
You hurry it up, Floyd. We
I'm
got
outta
places
here.
to be.
Happy hunting.
The funny thing is they say the 30 FPS cap is for the facial capture. even
This
when I
is a
had the
fist
60
pump.
FPS
Just
version,
going through the motion.
or had it set to 60
Come on,
FPS,
let's just get it over
I
and done.
never saw the
Alright,
facial
have it your
animations
way.
look weird.
We'll search right up
But
to the back wall.
for some reason now they have
Start with
glitches that I'd
anything,
never
come
noticed
by me,
before.
And we'll talk it out. Two heads are always better than one.
Try to get as many clues as possible. It takes forever, but I've got plenty of time because I stay up late on days I don't work.
Look
I
at
normally
this
work from
jump.
midnight to 8, and it's currently 11 p.m. pretty much where I am. So I've got plenty of time to just play this game. I don't know how far I'll get through it in one day.
It's not my job to pick
Let's
through other
see.
people's trash.
Over to this beer bottle.
Jesus. Cole, come take a look at this.
I will when I have the chance. I want to see what the shrink says. Mind is the final frontier. Star Trek would
What have you got?
very much
Phil?
doubt you.
Anything?
I would disagree with you.
Dr. Fontaine, could I have a word?
Of course, young man.
I really enjoyed your lecture, Doctor. Psychiatry seems to have a tremendous amount to offer.
Why, thank you. I'm always happy to receive acknowledgement for my work. The mind is the
Narcissist.
last great mystery in medicine. Are you thinking of specializing, Mr.
Sheldon, or Courtney Sheldon. I'm only in second year, Doctor. They fast-tracked me a year because of my experience during the war.
Ah,
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. Battle fatigue and collapse under duress. Can it be helped?
I would say yes, given the right set of circumstances. Trauma forces the mind to close down, retreat in on itself. We try to find ways to unlock the mind again through a combination of therapy and drug treatment. Hypnosis and therapy are powerful tools.
I can't tell if this
in the right
guy,
hands.
even after playing it a few times, I can't tell if this guy's evil.
I've been to visit some of the guys at the VA hospital.
I think he is evil. Like, he's just a really
could
bad
find a way.
guy, and he knows he's a bad guy.
He's so far away. It's like he's wandering
You
around.
went through a lot together.
Yes, Doctor.
Give me his details and I'll make a prognosis. I have
White
a number of
male
clinics
in
Los
his
Angeles,
late
Courtney
20s,
Sheldon.
early 30s.
Your penance,
Oh, they're not
for
those
instance,
details.
Is to come and work at one of them in your spare time, with what little spare time a medical student has. Is that a deal?
Is it ever? I can't thank you enough.
I'm not promising a cure, Courtney. I want you to remember that. Every physician has patients that he cannot hope to cure,
True.
for whom he can only smooth the path to death.
Yep. A little weird for a psychiatrist to say that, maybe, but I don't know how many psychiatrists go into a non-terminally
I tell you, I'm jinxed. I
Terminally-
always get landed with this crap.
ill patient with the idea that you're gonna smooth their way to death. Oh wait, this is set I need to make sure is on. Music will automatically fade down. Alright, automatically fade down is what I want.
We're never gonna find it. It's a waste of time.
You know, ye of little faith. I don't think you even have to look at absolutely everything.
Doesn't look like anything.
You just have to find the ones that are important in order to count as having found the clues. I think this one's probably important.
Shooter put him up against the wall and blew his brains out.
Hell of a way to go.
Doesn't really matter how you go once you're gone.
Don't get all deep on me, Phelps.
Ralph, there's something on the rooftop.
How the hell did you see that?
Reflection in the window.
Fucking black
Some
man. Oh
out-there
yeah,
weapon. I'm
reflections.
gonna see if I can find a way up there.
All right, don't hurt yourself.
Turns out it's worth looking up every now and then. Let me guess this bottle. Yep. I don't know why they're obsessed with making
Nothing significant.
bottles something to look at.
The gun's up on the roof, right? So we need to find a way up.
Ooh, this one has a cigarette butt too. Cool.
What kind of chumps do these homicide guys think we are?
Doesn't tell me anything.
You don't want to know. Is there anything to see over here? I very rarely actually turn this way.
How you doing, Cole? Found it yet?
Christ, give me a second. Kelso, I think his name is, right?
Smith & Wesson.
Sierra 71893. 2 rounds fired.
2 rounds fired. And instead of dropping it down a drain, our shooter hoists it up here. Interesting guy.
We should follow up on this now, before the perp tries to leave town.
We have the gun, Cole. Let's take it back to Central. We could get a commendation.
Could show some initiative, Ralph, and see if we can come up with an owner.
That's a long shot, Cole.
It's a pretty fancy gun. You know a local gun store?
Sure. There's a place a couple of blocks from here.
Alright, music just stopped. Cool.
Are you sure about this? It's not really our gig.
No harm in doing some digging. The suits didn't seem to give much of a damn.
Such a little Boy Scout, Cole. You can't wait to get out of that uniform, can you?
You'd rather
No.
round up drunks and help old ladies across the road?
I'd rather get through the day without the captain's foot up my ass.
It'll be
First of all, the
fine,
captain's
Ralph.
foot is
You worry too
very
much.
nice. It goes in real steady. Right. Oop. Turn that a little bit too sharp. Can I straight up abandon him there? Ah, yes. Since this game was not made by Rockstar, it doesn't actually penalize you for that kind of thing. I think the more funny part will be that he'll, oh wait, I can't ask for directions, and it's not actually that straightforward how you get there. Oh man, this is bad. This is bad. The way I see it is at this point. Ah, there it is. Drift the corner. Ah, yeah.
I'm at a loss.
What?
Have a word with the owner. He ought to have the guy.
Officers
I
Phelps
didn't
and
press
Dunn.
any buttons, by the way, there.
Never
You
told
just
us
said,
anything
I'm
about
at a
this gun.
loss.
Smith & Wesson, Model 27, registered Magnum. Chambered for .357, nickel-plated with pearl grips. Same gun used by General Patton.
You're not suggesting he's the owner.
No,
Maybe.
I'm not.
You seem to know a lot about the weapon.
I ought to. I sold it. You know, this piece will stop a rhino. These babies?
Yes, let
are only
everybody touch the
available
evidence.
special order.
Good job, Phelps.
Here's my Smith & Wesson order book.
You mind if I take a look?
Be my guest. This is about something bad, right?
Model 27 with pearl grips, Cole. You see it on there?
We're in luck. Errol Schroeder, 203 South Glass Street. Ordered the gun in February '46. Thanks, you've been a big help.
Ordered it a
Anytime.
year ago. Kill him.
Always happy to help out the LAPD.
Lapta. I love the Lapta.
Do we call it in?
Let's see if he's at home. Owning the gun doesn't prove he pulled the trigger.
Okay. In for a
For a
penny, in for a pound.
pound.
Lead the way, Gunga Din.
I'll show you leading the way.
Go left here. Jesus! Take the next right turn. Straight on.
Now that wasn't so hard, was it? Just because we're in uniform doesn't mean we can't use our initiative.
I guess so. Seems a little too good to be true. One-of-a-kind murder weapon bought locally using a real name? If Schroeder's our shooter, he's no criminal mastermind.
Take the next left.
Most of them aren't. That's why they get caught. And 2 out of every 3 crimes are done on impulse.
Another fact from the Phelps Encyclopedia of Thin Air. You really are full of it.
You're welcome. He says that as if it's a bad thing to know facts about crime as a police officer.
Turn left when you can.
I like how GTA 5 has a little nod to LA Noir's directing kind of thing. Because, not Floyd, Wade. Wade will direct in one of the missions. I wonder if they updated this game to just be like Grand Theft Auto 5 a little bit more. That'd be pretty cool. I don't trust them to touch their old products anymore. Especially after Definitive Edition. Ugh. Tokyo Drift. Menswear. Precursor to men's warehouse. Get him. Graphics still look pretty good, all things considered. They're a little dated now, but there's a reason why this game lagged a lot on
Schroeder.
Xbox 360 and PS3 especially. Not just optimization issues, which is the reason why it's not great on PC. So now it's consistent 30 FPS because not consoles. PCs are more
Bullshit Division. You're the owner of a Smith & Wesson Model 27, nickel-plated with pearl grips?
I might be. What of it?
Then you'll be surprised to know that Scooter Payton was murdered tonight with your gun.
You're out of your mind. Scooter? He works for me. I have that gun here in my drawer. What the fuck is going on here?
You're under arrest, Schroeder. Cuff him, Ralph.
No way. You're not taking me down for this.
But I want to.
That was a very bad move, Schroeder.
You start?
I think I'm just gonna beat the shit out of him instead of grappling him. Yeah, there we go. Cheek his ass right
Ralph,
down.
you all right?
I'm fine. I hardly felt it. He's lucky he caught me off guard.
Keep an eye on him, Ralph. I'm gonna take a look around.
My stream might be an unusually low quality. It looks blockier than it normally does. I'm gonna tweak some settings and restart the stream. Give me a second. Can I pause it? Oh, it might be able to actually increase the bitrate without having to, oops, don't need the map. Might be able to increase the bitrate without actually getting out of there. So, I never noticed at first, because every time I play this game, I just instantly went to the right place, coincidentally. But you can actually look at other pieces of evidence in here. You don't have to go straight for the actual piece of evidence.
I doubt it.
How's it looking now? A little less blocky? No, it still looks like shit for me for some reason. Doop 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 boo. What now? Okay.
Names in a series of numbers. Floyd Rose's name is in this book.
Phelps, we can come out of this all bright and shiny with a commendation. Or stick our schlongs in a hornet's nest. Call it in, partner.
Both of them sound fun.
Leave the book where you found it.
Officer Phelps, badge 1247, requesting.
Looks really, really blocky. Don't get it. Sorry to keep all tabbing out, but I really wanted to look at least decent. I'm gonna have to stop the stream and then restart it. Possibly. What if I set the CPU usage higher? Seems to be looking better now.
Fucking sons of bitches, get in this line now before I lose my temper.
Excuse me, Sergeant, but...
Excuse me? Fuck you. You say another word and I'll break your fucking head and have you in the brig.
Some of us are here for...
I know why you're here, asswipe. I'm having a bad day, Private. Some people don't seem to want to get on this bus.
I didn't ask for your help.
He didn't ask for your help. Can you believe this guy? Who are you two? Abbott and Costello?
We're here for OCS, Sergeant.
So it's the three fucking stooges and you're here for OCS. God help this fucking country and the USMC. The Japanese will do the world a favor and kill you quickly. All three of you are on report. What are your fucking names?
Phelps.
Kelso.
Merrill.
I'm not sure if regular drill sergeants are actually that rude about OCS and not liking officers.
Elliott bus over there. This bus is for MCRD. This bus is for men who want to fight.
Well, you picked the right place, Cole. A city that needed an honest cop like a thirsty man needed water. You'd heard the stories, but you weren't interested. You were here to fight the good fight, solve cases, right wrongs. But the force is like politics. There's no sitting on the fence. You have to choose sides. A brown paper envelope or a Greyhound ticket to Palookaville. It could only ever end one way.
All units to 211 in progress and shots fired at Westlake Savings and
One thing I don't get is that
West 3rd Street.
narrative, which is good. It's a good story narrative.
We'll take that. It's only a couple blocks
Does
from
not
14 Adam calling
at
KGPO.
all
We'll handle the
become
211.
relevant with this case.
14 Adam, be advised suspects are armed and dangerous.
Roger, KGPO.
Oh, now the stream's laggy.
14 Adam en route.
Damn it. Now I am going to stop the stream and restart it. There we go. That should do it. Set to GPU instead of CPU, and hopefully that'll do it to an extent. I might have to close out and restart my live chat. Look. Yep. There it is.
Make it quick, you guys. The cops are here. We gotta move it.
Weapons on the ground, now! Try for the front door. Keep your goddamn head down. Use the cover, Phelps. We don't know how many are in there. Take it slow. Backup will be here soon. LAPD, put down your weapons. The bank is surrounded. I'm offering you
Not
a chance.
chance, copper. Go, I'll hold it.
Alright, cool. That shot probably should hit him.
Stay down.
You got him.
That's it? We got them all? I think we got them, Cole. Should be all clear. Lieutenant Hopkins says anytime you reach for the shotguns, you're either going to end up dead or wearing a citation. So I guess...
It's okay, Ralph. You did well in there.
He literally didn't even hit
I
anybody.
couldn't ask for a better partner.
I mean, he had a pistol, to be fair, but he didn't hit anybody. I'm not even sure how many shots he fired.
This kind of opportunity comes along once in a lifetime, Hank. I have to grasp it.
You have to survive it first, Cole. Here are the veterans. The Japs love to shoot officers.
If I can make a name for myself in this war, my future...
Thinking of taking on a company of the Emperor's finest single-handed? You don't seem the Sergeant York type to me.
When I need your opinion, Kelso, I'll ask for it.
They talk about officers
Kelso's
like you in boot
actually
camp,
an
Cole.
asshole.
They call it the Custer syndrome. Guys who go around dreaming of fame and glory and getting all of their men killed in the process.
Our duty is to lead, Kelso.
And their duty is to die for your wonderful future?
Good point. Good point indeed.
Cole Phelps and Jack Phelps. With some people, it's as simple as chemistry. Two guys who should have been friends, but their personalities got in the way. Phelps, a good guy, but wound way too tight.
If their personalities get in the way, they shouldn't be good friends.
Man who could never walk away from a fight.
Well, it's a shame you don't like to talk about it, Cole.
Seems like they were friends, all things
Friends who want
considered.
to stay friends don't discuss religion or politics. And in my case, you can add the war to that.
I know that bum. Wendell Bowers. I put him away before. He jumped parole. Get after him, Phelps. I'll head him off in the car.
I mean, did parole consent to be jumped?
Wendell Bowers! Stop! LAPD! You can go screw yourselves.
Okay, I mean, maybe later, but
Watch it! He's hiding in the alley!
it's not hiding, he's running. Saying literally you can run, but you can't hide. That means there's a clear distinction between the two. Well, maybe not clear, but there's a distinction between the two.
I won't tell you again, Wendell.
Jesus, Dunn! Watch your fire!
You don't want to do this, Wendell. Get down from there right now.
Should I throw him off the roof or should I actually grapple him? That's always the question in this one. Yeah, I try to avoid that most of the time, but oh well.
Fucking asked for it.
You fucking asked for it.
There's no way I'm going back inside.
There is a way. I mean, would you rather me kill you? Because I can kill you in this. I have the option.
I've done my time.
It's over, Bowers!
You assholes already screwed me once.
So many things are contextual. I don't like that.
Give it up, Bowers!
Make us
There's
press
nowhere left to
spacebar.
go.
Ready to see someone get clotheslined and classic.
Looks like we've got the place to
Did I just hear like a gory smack? Oh. Alright, yep. Kept him alive this time. Last time I just chucked him off the fucking roof.
What you doing, Wendell? Your parole officer's feeling lonely. He's
Feeling
got a hole in
lonely.
his life for an asshole like you. You can make it up
To
to
be
him
fair,
in 10
if
years'
you
time.
kill him, it
Watch your head.
skips a significant amount of
We'll be
time.
back in the Iron Hotel by
So if
tomorrow
speedrunning
night.
this ever becomes popular,
Nice work, Cole.
throw him off the roof.
You run track in high school?
Because it'll just be a scene of him getting put in an ambulance. And then Ralph will say
Part of the tradition
the
of the Marine
track
Corps
line.
and being an officer in the Marine Corps is the ability to make tough decisions. The right decision is not always the popular one. The right decision will get the men you care about killed. These ratings and your ability to give them frankly and truthfully directly affect your chances of successfully becoming a Marine officer. Candidate Phelps, you have the floor. Esprit de Corps, Merrill, 10. Franklin, 8. Weiss, 8. Donahoe, 6. Kowalski, 6. Hudson, 5. Kelso, 2. Leadership, Donahoe, 8. Franklin, 7. Merrill, 6. Kowalski, 6. Weiss, 5.
Why is he not showing himself?
5. Kelso, 1. Candidate Kelso.
I'm
You must read the
Captain, but I
smile,
joined the Marine
Phelps.
Corps to fight the
Smug
enemy, not
asshole.
get involved in the schoolboy chicken shit.
Kelso, in my office, now!
It looks like he has a severe underbite. Or overbite.
For every cop, there's the case that makes you. Gives you that leg up. Gets you recognized as the shining new star in the squad. The case that you solve that shows that you have the gumption, the gung-ho, the get up and go to make you stand out from your average rank-and-file patrolman. This could be the one, Cole.
LAPD, could you stand clear of the body, please? Has anyone called an ambulance?
We've called an ambulance and the police, but I'm afraid he's dead.
Okay, stand further back and move along. It's your choice, but make it quick, people.
Hey, Cole. You got here quick.
My beat crosses 7th Street.
Okay. You're first reporting then. We'll get a perimeter going and move the crowd on. You better see what you can find out before the homicide dicks show up. I'll be with you in a moment.
Why was Ralph with somebody else? If he's partnered with Phelps, why is it with someone else?
Everybody stay back. Let us do our job.
Layaway voucher?
C. Galetta. Layaway receipt. Pearl earrings. Made out to Bank of Arcadia.
Only had $4 or $8 left on it. $52 back then was a good amount of money, though. Come on, there we go. Step over it awkwardly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Shell cases. These look like 32s.
You don't have to say they look like 32s. Shells and shell casings have the caliber printed on the back of them. On the butt of them. Oh, he instantly points a gun at himself. God damn it, Cole. I'm gonna blow your head off, at least not in front of people.
Serial number 01138. Might need to run it by a gun store.
Eagleson's gun store's a couple blocks from here. All right. Yes, it's a dead person. This guy in the crowd thinks he saw something, Cole. You better take a statement.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Hey, sir, I'm Officer Phelps. What exactly did
You think you see a body? Jesus fuck, you
I thought it was a
dumb.
car backfiring. I saw a girl run into the shoe store.
Don't you people have anything better to do?
What do you?
Speak to the witness before homicide arrives, Phelps. And if you think she's lying, don't be afraid to get forceful. Verbally, of course. And don't accuse her of anything without proof. Lawyers love that shit. And if you're sure she's straight up, try the general approach.
I like how he has to be told this by Ralph. Ralph should be the one going to detective ship.
Can I help you, sir?
Don't think this is anything.
I'm Officer Phelps, miss. I'm here about the shooting. Did you know the victim?
He was my boss, Mr. Gage.
There's his son was.
First name.
Everett.
So now you own the store. That's how it works, right?
Clovis Galleta.
God damn it, Clovis.
Do you think you could tell me exactly what happened, miss?
I look around the shops at lunch. I was in a store when Mr. Gage, my boss, bursts in yelling that I'm late on my lunch.
And?
We came back. I was angry. I walked in front. I heard shots. I turned and saw Mr. Gage fall.
I'm surprised they didn't
Lying, Miss Goleta.
remaster this for
You know what
PC to make
happened.
it say Force again instead of Doubt.
You're going to tell me.
There's nothing to tell. I've done nothing wrong.
Oh, but there is plenty to
How
tell.
can you prove different?
I love that. How can you prove different? Me. One thing I hate is that you have to use like the right click on and a left click on the mouse,
Stop lying and tell me what happened at the jewelry
which makes me
store.
scared that I'm gonna move the mouse and accidentally like select the wrong thing. It could be kind of embarrassing when it's literally telling you what to
Don't
do.
stop obstructing a murder investigation.
Mr. Kalu. Edgar Kalu. He runs the jewelry store. He's showing me a lovely watch. Mr. Gage bursts in. Mr. Kalu gets very angry with Mr. Gage, and they start yelling at each other. Mr. Gage tells me that all of the things in the store are junk, nickel-plated, made in Japan, and yells at me to get back to work.
Then what happened?
We get back here, and I hear a loud bang. Mr. Gage clutches at his back.
I have a small feeling
I
that
hear another bang, and
if
another,
he
and
was
another.
selling stuff made in Japan,
Mr. Gage
more
falls
people
to
would
his
probably
knees.
know.
It looked very painful.
Which jewelry store?
Hartfield's. Broadway between 5th and 6th.
Did you see the person who shot Mr. Gage?
Of course I did. Mr. Kalu looked very angry. He kept firing the gun. He kept pulling the trigger. He threw the gun in a bin and turned and walked away.
Yep. Excuse me, ma'am. Can you just keep making it more obvious that you're lying?
You're making me angry, Miss Goleta. Is that what you want?
Tell me why Mr. Kalu shot Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage hates Jews. A lot of people do. It's not my fault if he has nice things.
I mean, you
many
did
shots did
give
you
him
shoot?
patronage.
It's difficult to remember.
Patronage.
It sounded like there were so many, and they were so loud.
Like how Truth is the last one. I think this game might ignore the fact that if you yell at somebody, they're probably not gonna like you so much when you keep
Even
questioning
finer
them.
Details can become important later on.
Well, there was one bang, and then another,
Two.
and then three very quickly.
Yep, that would be 5.
5.
Thank you for your help, ma'am. You've been very brave.
Earning experience raises your rank and unlocks rewards. Who would have known?
Does that mean I can still collect my...
The answer would probably be yes, let's be honest. She was only $4 short of being done with the
Officer, I'll
payments.
make a statement.
Or $8 short. One of those two. Whatever. And she still, like, bought them.
We have the murder weapon.
And the murderer. The girl saw it all. Our killer works at a jewelry store called Hartfield's.
That's a couple of blocks from here.
You thinking what I'm
Hey,
thinking?
fucking booked it.
Tate, maintain the perimeter.
Excuse me, officer? I want to see.
You want to see? I mean, probably. You don't need to go to Eagleson's, but for the sake of completion, why not? The more the merrier. Just check him over. Hold on, can I pit maneuver in this game? Fuck, he stopped. I didn't expect him to. Goddamn way I nearly killed him. Ah. Coming up, drifting in the corner. 3, 2, 1. Yep. Got it. Fucking nailed it.
Careful!
I don't want to be careful. Make the guy run back the other way. Kick the door in. Aw.
Officers. What can I...
Officers Phelps and Dunn, sir, Wilshire Division. We need you to trace a serial number.
Sure. What's the make and model?
FN Browning, model 1922. The serial number is 01138.
You don't say. Well, I didn't sell it. Europeans love them, but it's pretty rare you find one over here. Although I did have one in here a couple of weeks back.
Remember the owner?
Yeah. Kalu. Edgar Kalu was his name. Thing looked like it'd never been fired, but he brought it in here for cleaning anyway. Then he bought a box of cartridges and he left.
Do you know where we can find Mr.
He may have
Told me
premeditated
he was on his
this.
lunch break. Said he worked at Hartfield's jewelry store just up on Broadway.
So
Thanks for your help.
I really wonder why they bothered putting this in there. Or the market. So Kalu owns Hartfields. Did he literally use a different name just because he was afraid people wouldn't want to buy from a guy named Kalu?
Hope they didn't get our number, Phelps.
I didn't hit anybody. I hit a mailbox or something. Get over it, Kelso. Or, Ralph.
Officer, can I interest you in a new watch?
Fucking
Officer
salesman.
Cole Phelps. Are you Edgar Kalu?
No. Mr. Kalu is out back. He said he'd lie down. I'll buzz him for you.
It's my favorite thing. A lot of people don't realize you can just sprint right over this.
Cole, go!
Hurry, officer! He's getting away!
No, he ain't.
Kalu, get back here!
Like how he finally draws his weapon when there's civilians around.
Can I get a bowl of that chili?
Fuck.
Would you recommend
No way I can get it right away. Huh?
Too late, Kalu!
I think he's a bit of a gangster, but if he's nice.
I survived the war for this?
Pie was
Stop or I will
Good
shoot.
enough. Definitely could have stopped him earlier through the window, but did another officer just run right through my
You're
body?
under arrest for the murder of Everett Gage.
The case that makes you, and the case that breaks you. The one you never solve. The one that keeps you awake at night.
Yeah, an officer did run
The
right
case
through
that
me.
gnaws at your guts and ruins your marriage.
Well, sure.
The case that keeps you propping up a bar as you relive the what-ifs, the might-have-beens, the half-leads, and the half-truths.
This is all foreshadowing, I get it, but it's really, really weird that it's talking about this case that, whatever, and it's not relevant for another, like, 5, 6 cases.
Malefactor from the shooting yesterday. Yes, sir. Then tell me, Boyle. I hear you're quite the climber, a man of initiative. How would
Hell, the thing that haunts Phelps the most isn't any particular case. I mean, towards the end, I guess, when he's on arson, it kind of haunts him a bit, but it's the stuff he did in the war.
You've only been with us a short
That's what
time,
haunts
and
him.
you've assembled yourself a stellar arrest record. Not to mention the fine work you did in the war, sending heathens back to the hell they came from. But I'm curious as to whether you can turn your hand to interrogation. Takes a certain animal cunning, lad. Do you think you might be ready for that?
Yes, sir. I think I am.
Good man. You need many things for a conviction, young Phelps. A motive, opportunity, hard evidence, and best of all, a confession. If you fail in the former, you can always use a modicum of violence to obtain the latter. How are you feeling, lad?
Fine, sir.
Very good. The evidence is overwhelming. May the cat eat him and the cat be eaten by the devil. Bring me a confession, young Phelps.
That's a weird saying I've never heard before.
Don't fail me.
Open your eyes, Chief. Why are you squinting all the time?
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have
Like
to...
his facial scanning seems very, very quality. Phelps
You
does.
followed Everett Gage and the girl back to the
The
shoot.
other ones seem very glitchy.
5 rounds in Gage's back.
Gage was a bastard. Whatever he got what was coming. But it had nothing to do with me.
Careful use of intuition, or the fact that I just blatantly know that he
You
did it.
shot Gage, and we know why. We can put you at the scene.
You can't prove anything.
Sure I can.
We know all about the argument. Miss Galetta made a statement.
You're counting on the girl? You think her testimony is going to stand up in court?
You're going to the gas chamber.
Damn. Hit him with that
You
one.
hating fuck couldn't leave me alone. I had a sale. That girl was ready to buy.
Let's change the subject. You fasting for Yom Kippur, Mr. Kalu?
Yeah, let's change the subject, you going motherfucker. How about baseball?
You're not denying you're
What is a goy motherfucker? What is a
This is
goy?
America. It's not Germany. It's not a crime.
Some people don't like Jews, Mr. Kalu.
Yeah, and I guess you're one of them.
Gage hated Jews, didn't he, Mr. Kalu?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You left-wing leaning parasite. You expect me to sit here and listen to your drivel?
You
Love it.
call me that? You sit there and you call me those names, you goddamn goy butt snatcher? You and that stup Gage!
Why did you do it, Mr. Kalu?
Gage. He's in the Chamber of Commerce. He's in with all those momsers. He blocked every proposal I ever put forward. Kike this and kike that. He's been trying to ruin my business for years.
Edgar Kalu. I'm charging you with...
Fun fact, that shit still happens. I hate the fucking politics in my town because of it.
You're right to hold them. I hope for your sake the jury can commute to murder in the 2nd degree. May God have mercy on you, sir.
Masterfully done, Officer Phelps.
As if you could hear any of that.
It is just, Officer Phelps. Isn't it, lad?
It's just officer.
Then let me
Chief.
have a word with the
You should
chief
probably
of
know
police,
that.
young Phelps.
Although he has a lot of
You're the
officers under him,
Commonwealth
but
heroes. A
also
shining,
he's
honest
wearing
voice of
his
public
uniform.
I applaud a man with your talent for unwavering justice. Back to your duties for now, Boyle. But here's a piece of advice. Get yourself 2 suits, get them pressed. You'll be needing them.
I'm gonna give myself 3 suits and get only 2 of them pressed. That one's gonna be my Friday suit. Sound investigative technique. Service weapon proficiency. Oh yeah, I guess there was one shootout. You managed to help get 1 conviction. Good job. Should play Uncharted on stream. Where's my Elgato? I can't recall where I put it. That might be it there. There it is. Guess I'm gonna be playing Uncharted on stream sometime next week or this week.
Here's your new desk, kid. You're on traffic. The hot sheet is posted here, next to the map.
What's his problem?
That's Biggs. He's an institution.
So this is what all the fuss is
It's an
about.
institution.
Why couldn't they build a freeway that goes past my place?
They haven't even approved the
You
money
don't
yet.
want a freeway that goes
Finally,
past your
it won't be
place.
till December. It'll be years before any
Generally,
of this
that's
is
lower
done. Here's your new
income.
partner, Stefan Burkowski.
It's been used as a bit of a
Go easy on me and let me earn the odd
segregation technique
I'm here to learn,
throughout history.
Huh. He's an intense one, isn't
From
he,
my
Mel?
understanding.
Who's intense? The newly minted detective here, Cole Phelps.
Hi, Phelps. I'll be keeping an eye on you. I could spend a little time basking in reflected glory. Make a change from busting hookers and dope fiends.
He literally just came through there for no reason.
Roy Earl, chief detective and advice.
They all dress like movie
Oh,
stars.
he is the chief detective.
Roy is a movie star. And the whole of the seedy side of LA is his audience.
The chief detective is corrupt. Cool.
Stick with me, kid.
You'll find out.
Sounds ominous the way he said that.
And now some housekeeping. Warm Central Division welcome for Detective Cole Phelps.
I wonder if
Some of
those
you
are
guys may
accurate.
know Phelps. He's the
116.
cop who broke the jewelry store murder. Stand up and take a bow, Phelps.
Take a screenshot of it so I can
It's all right with you,
look
sir.
at it later.
Phelps. Phelps is one of only 2 serving LAPD officers who received the Silver Star during the war. Really gave it those lousy Japanese, eh, Phelps?
I did my best, Captain.
Why, you war heroes always so modest. I've partnered Phelps with everybody's favorite Pole, Stefan Bukowski.
Pole.
Hope you like work, kid. Bukowski sure as hell doesn't.
Well, that's why we have partners, right?
Okay, can it, guys. Stick
Good
with
shot.
Bukowski. He's a good cop. He knows traffic inside and out. I'm going to start you out with one case. You do okay, I'll give you a couple more. You screw up, you'll be rousting vagrants and running license plates. Now get down to the PE Freight Depot, 6th and Alameda. A patrolman called in a suspicious vehicle. Signs of foul play. See what you can find out.
Come on, Phelps.
Signs of hog play.
His wife a tap. I said all's fair in love and war.
Oh, Jesus fuck.
They really pushed you through quick, didn't they? 6 years on patrol before I got this desk. You were here in 5 minutes.
What do you want me to say? I didn't ask for any favors.
Say, could I borrow some of that mascara?
Can I borrow your husband?
That's the guy. Only if I hear he's an honest cop. Now, there's an oxymoron for you.
You know this place?
The funny thing is, it's not like
Near the old gas
There's
works and Signal Depot in the warehouse.
corruption everywhere. Like, sure. What's his name? Bukowski lets something slide. But that's because he doesn't want to be killed and all that. You need to play the game to survive.
We have to work together. Don't be so touchy. I grew up in San Francisco. My father was in shipping.
Phelps is wound a little too
College
tight.
at Stanford.
Like, what's the harm in talking about yourself a little bit?
Reno CS at Camp Elliott. Shipped out in early '45 as a first lieutenant and fought in the Okinawa campaign. I was wounded, shipped back home, did a year on the beat. Now I'm here.
So you won the Silver Star.
I don't want to talk about it.
Now let me get this straight. You single-handedly killed 40 Japs on this hill in Okinawa.
No.
You know, this isn't a tank, Phelps.
Are you sure it's not?
You were up there all night, draped in the flag, knife between your teeth, gun at the ready.
You finished?
The Emperor Hirohito himself leading the charge against you.
I did my part, Bukowski. What did you do?
I kept the streets of LA safe for the people.
Yeah.
I hate that
Now I get it.
kind of mentality of, what did you do and all that. Not everyone is actually meant to serve. It's not something for everyone. I have a few friends that have gone into the service. I respect them heavily for doing so. I would not do well in it. Other than maybe the Coast Guard. I wanted to do that.
But be careful. I saw him waving a
Medically
gun.
unfit. I love revolvers, but at the same time, just autoloaders are the way to go when it comes to
Make it easy on yourself.
police work, I think. So much less stress reloading. Even with speed loaders, so much easier to use a autoloader.
Hurry, you can still catch him.
And no shit, I can still catch him. I can still see him. I can't remember if you can take this guy alive. If I can't take them alive, I'm gonna try to. He's certainly not trying his best to be taken alive. Yeah, no shit, he's got a gun. He's fired multiple rounds at me. Have you not heard them? I mean, I've got a gun too. Oh, he's cornered. Or maybe not yet. Oh, right. Yeah, you can't take him alive.
Are we gonna make a bargain or what?
Wait. You might be able to.
Put the weapon down now.
Crap.
On your own gun.
Nope, you can't. You can also just blow his head off right away, but I was trying to see if there's a way to take him down alive. But he'll stumble back like that, and then he'll point the gun and take the hostage out, which makes no sense. At that point, instead of taking a hostage out who's not posing a threat to you, why don't you just shoot at the guy that shot you?
Can you drive to this one?
That you, Bukowski? Go on through. Parking lot straight ahead.
I need to get back to work, officer.
The detectives are here now. You repeat to them what you told me.
I did the right thing by calling this in. I'm just a working stick.
Just give them your story and you'll be all right.
He has every right to be concerned. Black man calling the police in 1947.
Case, Phelps. It's okay to admit it if you're
I'd be scared shitless if I
you
was
don't know
him.
what to do next. Just come talk to me and we'll see what we can
Especially when it looks like a murder.
Thanks, Stefan. You're okay.
That means a lot coming from you, Phelps. I think he knows. Knows he's a good cop.
I'm Officer Hart.
Phelps, traffic. What have you got?
Abandoned car, probably stolen. The solid citizen is Nate Wilkie.
Up until this game, I have never heard of someone referring to another person as solid.
blood
I
all
mean,
over
I
the
get it, and it probably was
Someone's
common
caught
at
to
some
pull
point.
Broderick, but no
It was
stiffs yet.
weird. It is just
Do we have
strange
an
to
owner
me.
for the car?
The car is registered to an Adrian Black, just north of Bunker Hill.
All right. We'll take a look around.
I'll keep Mr. Wilkie talking, but don't make him wait too long. He's the restless type.
Nice day for it.
Doc?
Stay for a possible homicide.
Phelps. What have we got?
Good
A
weather.
lot of blood for a blunt force injury.
Temperature's alright.
Victim
Not too
was
hot,
in a
not
very
too
bad
cold.
way. Any sign
Perfect
of
blood
shock?
drying weather.
Not unless he's in the trunk of the car. How's the world looking?
I love how he says that. Because nobody else checks the trunk of the
Victim
car.
Looks to have lost a lot of blood.
I've got a mystery sample waiting at the lab. Practical Jokers say it's contaminated soil. My guess, it's a big lump of shit.
That's one of my favorite side conversations. My guess is big lump of shit.
Mr. F. Morgan picked up a live pig yesterday?
I think nobody questioned the fact that he picked up a live pig. Oh, you a farmer? No. Oh, what are you gonna do with a live pig? Where are you gonna put it? You know, you need to dye and all that. Right. Why not just get like pig's blood or something? Or go to a butcher and just get blood from
32
them.
years
I guess that would be
old,
too
married.
obvious.
Sounds like an average guy.
Ah, yes. Back when your license used to mention your marital status. Jeez, looks so weird in that picture. Stenzel.
Stenzel glasses. Home repaired by the look of it.
Hey, I think I see a body.
The brand name might give us something to go on.
I pushed the officer. Damn it.
So what next? Sir, I'm Detective Phelps.
Name's Nate Wilkie.
You found the vehicle?
Sure. Saw it just sitting there. Strange place to be parking your car.
Agreed.
Figured I'd better take a look. And then I saw all the blood. So I called the police.
Mind if I ask what you were doing out here?
Well, I work for the railway. I was on my way out to the switch and reckoned I'd take a shortcut.
Did you see anybody else in the yard? Maybe somebody hanging around the car?
Nope. I hadn't seen a soul all day till you boys turned up.
Do you know Adrian Black, Mr. Wilkie?
No, sir. That ain't a name I'm familiar with.
You ever seen the car before?
Funny enough, I did. A couple of nights ago, it was over there in the parking lot. I know most of the cars are parked here regular, so it kind of stood out.
The wallet by the car.
Us in the background probably should be carrying a revolver. They're very popular in the 40s.
Do you want the patrolman to
It makes it so much easier to play this game if you remember that Doubt used to be Force.
Maybe I checked inside that
Back when they
wallet.
were development, it was
Not that I
originally
was gonna
Force.
steal anything.
So if you think that you don't have proof of something, you want to force them to tell the
But there
truth,
weren't no money
there you
in there.
go.
Not even change.
We found a steel pipe with blood on it near the car. Do you know anything about it, Mr. Wilkie?
No, sir. I went straight for the law when I saw the car was full of blood.
When you saw the blood, was it wet, bright red, or darker like it is now?
Darker, I'd say. Looked dry already.
Thank you,
for your
sir.
help, Mr. Wilkie. We'll contact your employer if we need anything more from you.
If you have to, I guess. I can't really spend no more time over this.
Somebody's got to inform the wife, Phelps. If you're done here, we'll head over there now.
.620 Bunker Hill Avenue. You know where that is?
Behind Bunker Hill, a couple blocks north of Central Station.
So, what do we tell the wife?
We play it by the book.
Tell
No
the wife.
stiff yet.
So,
Let's see how it plays out.
your husband's car was found full of blood, but he's not necessarily dead. Possible mental case.
Could be a car theft gone wrong. Make Black drive somewhere lonely, then give him a tap.
But why leave the car?
Well, obviously someone got a little heavy-handed.
It's the wrong way around.
Well, how so, genius?
Where is Adrian? If you've gone to all the trouble to steal the car and it goes wrong, you leave the body behind, not the car.
You got something there, Phelps. Doesn't add up.
And that's why you're not on the murder desk or the homicide desk there. Kowski. That's a fairly obvious
Read about
thing.
the guy in the crossing yesterday?
No, what happened?
Over on Lincoln Avenue. This guy's driving along and his oil light comes on.
It's kind of cool that they'll talk about just random things. They won't just talk about the case. You gotta do something to fill the time.
You're the one who's been sending cosmic rays into my room. I'll show you. Yes, sir. You're not going to control my thoughts
Those
anymore.
things are those firecrackers?
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Sir, please put parents on. Might as well be a crime against humanity.
Give it up, LAPD.
He went that way.
I think you... No, you can't save him. I think he kills himself no matter what. It's unfortunate.
Put your hands in the air.
Fucking Phelps. Get over it. There's a tackle mechanic, but I don't think you can ever really get close enough to do it. Shoot the creep. Are you calling him creep purely because he's wearing that?
Someone has to stop the Venusians.
Farewell, cruel world.
That's an oddly crisp sounding recording of that. They should have had wind in the background, something. That sounds like it was not only recorded in the studio, but played back in the studio. All that ambience, car noises, car's backfiring, that kind of thing. Should have been over top of that audio. I'm gonna try to do as many of those side missions as possible too. Not gonna 100% it per se. At some point I should, because I played the game enough and I've never 100%ed it, but not gonna be today. Shroom. Yes, I'm very aware how dangerous it is. Thank you very much, lady. In case I happen to forget that cars are meant to be on the road. He won't direct me for some reason.
Let's go introduce ourselves. You talk to her, Phelps. I'm no good at this shoulder to cry on stuff.
Just a minute.
Hey, sweet lips.
LAPD, Mrs. Black. May we come in? We have some bad news, and we'd rather discuss this in private.
I'm Margaret Black. We can discuss this in the living room. Please come in.
We're gonna have a look around, then we'll talk.
Look at that mirror. And no, you cannot increase the quality of it. I have the settings all maxed out. Rub my face against the wall real quick, because it's the fastest way to get into here.
A used ticket to Seattle and a suitcase gone missing. Someone couldn't wait to get out of this house.
How do you know a suitcase is missing? How do you know there's not just a random gap in between the suitcases? Playing the assumption game, Phelps.
This must be Adrian's. Stenzel. So the glasses are a match.
My big question is, why was this picture taken? Just randomly while I sin
bed-
somewhere?
Separate pictures. What gives here?
And what leads him to think to do this? Bam! I mean, it works out, but why couldn't I do it on the other one? Why is there no red herring?
Why, Adrian? This thing gets more and more interesting.
Bring back my darling. Darling, 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 my darling, darling. Bum 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 bum. You're the apple of my eye. Kavanaugh's
Maybe
ball.
Adrian was a patron. R&I should have an address.
Maybe Adrian was bigger. No, he just has those matchbooks fucking everywhere for no reason. These are nice and well laid out. Haven't been moved at all, even though it got installed like a few days ago.
This was only recently installed, not 2 days ago.
Yes.
Maybe it's time we took a look around outside.
Big lights check. This is before credit was really much of a thing. I think credit was starting to become a thing though, because I think cars were a major player in credit becoming a thing. Quote me on that, but I believe that is true. I don't need to look at those. Kick the door open. Aww. Ooh, tasty snack.
Maybe if... No.
I love that. Maybe if... No. I think this is my favorite piece of evidence throughout the whole entire case because they bothered doing that little animation thing for nothing. Like, what is the point of that?
No use leaving the thing half finished.
Did she not notice that she didn't have hot water that they paid for 2 days? Phelps, please. Just go to the obvious one.
So the pipe missing from Mr. Black's heater is the same one that killed him. Huh. Seems like the assailant is a little closer to home.
Oh my god, he beat himself to death and buried his own body. That's canon now, as far as I'm concerned. Alienist Fontaine. He provides help to troubled vets. Tells him to murder the people.
So, you're a friend of Courtney's?
Yes, Doctor.
He seems very concerned about you.
I have these visions. These blinding visions.
You already had the medicine ready to
Can't
go.
get them out of my head. My skull is...
That's how you know he's a bad
feels
guy.
like it's in a
I
vice.
want to give you something to calm your nerves.
Ooh, right into the muscle, that hurts.
I want to take you on a journey back. I want you to remember the good things about your past, occasions that made you laugh, times that made you smile.
Times that made you smile. Music literally stopped while I was in there. Operator, give me R&I.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Never mind.
Putting you through now.
What is KGPL?
4-7.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on a Kavanaugh's bar.
Oh, that makes me think about my friend TJ. How can I help, detective? Or whatever.
Kavanaugh's Bar, corner
He was the only one that could really do that, right? I couldn't do it.
side of Union Station.
Thanks.
Oh, don't need this lady anymore. Go to Kevin's. What if I did just leave and went to Kevin's bar?
That's correct.
Bar.
The car has
Jesus.
been found abandoned.
I don't even have that accent. I normally pronounce my R's.
Signs of foul play.
I knew something was wrong when he didn't come home.
We believe your husband may be injured. We found a pipe on the scene with blood on it.
Oh no! My poor
And I also
Adrian.
beat him over the head with a pipe.
Some questions now, Mrs. Black?
Of course. However I can help.
We found a receipt in the trunk of your husband's car for a live pig. This receipt was made out to an F. Morgan.
A pig? Adrian runs a tool business. That would be Frank Morgan. God,
Yeah, I guess if I went there without knowing who Frank Morgan was, it wouldn't really do much.
What makes you say that about Morgan, ma'am?
He's the foreman at my husband's plant. A very shady character. I've told Adrian he needs to keep his distance from the staff. They're always out drinking together.
Was your husband wearing...
Much as I make fun of the facial animations, they're not terrible.
Yes,
And they were
he just bought
groundbreaking.
his hair.
Go on.
I kept telling him to throw those old ones away. He tried to repair them with tape. They look terrible.
My buns aren't as bad. They're
Did your husband
terrible.
tell you where he was going last night?
All he said was he was.
Said he was
gonna
planning to go get
Frank
killed.
Country.
Weird.
So nothing...
I'm not even looking at her because I just remember that was the truth.
Well, he came home early from work. He never comes home early. And he went out early, too. He normally never leaves.
The
till 5
thickens
or
plots.
7.
Tell us about the photo of Adrian in the bedroom.
What is there to tell? It's from his most recent business trip to Seattle.
I can't blame him.
There's
I
plenty
blame
of
her
You
for
just
lying
won't tell
about
it.
that.
You're lying about the photograph, Mrs. Black.
You're incredibly rude and insensitive.
Yes, I am. Thank you very
You know
much.
that. I've told you what I know about the picture.
Look at this photograph. Every time I do it makes me laugh.
What about Nicole, Mrs. Black? Was your husband going to leave you for her?
I've seen the photo frame. He thinks I'm stupid. But women sense these things. I don't know if he intended to leave me or if it was just a fling. God only knows.
If it was just a fling, it's really awkward to keep the fucking what do you call it? Picture
Your
with the
husband
sign.
frequents Kavanaugh's
Thing on
bar.
it.
How did you know that?
How did you know that? As there's just piles and piles of matchboxes saying Kavanaugh's bar on it.
So Adrian spends a lot of time there.
Up until recently, he's been away in Seattle a lot on business.
On business. Because they have to pretend that you got the other one wrong.
Your husband is missing, and after our search, I'm willing to call the circumstances suspicious. Can you account for your movements last night?
You're not accusing me, are you? What an awful thing to say. I was here all night, of course, waiting for Adrian to come home.
Is there anyone who can vouch for that?
Well, no. I was here alone. I cooked Adrian's dinner and waited, but he never came home.
We'll keep you informed, Mrs. Black.
Please do, Detective.
Just awkwardly, silently walk out of there. Nobody says a word, not even a goodbye.
Jesus, I'm glad to be out of there.
Mr. and Mrs. Black don't seem to have the happiest home life.
He's too scared to divorce her, and she's too much of a shrinking violet to throw him out. If this hadn't happened, they could have stayed miserable together forever.
You think she could have killed him?
She sure as hell
It's
doesn't
the American
seem to type,
dream.
but stranger things have happened.
Any unit able to handle citizen reports at 211 in progress. 437 East 8th Street. Unit to handle code 3. Identify.
Straight ahead here.
Might be a straight shot on this road, actually. Broadway? And I did it my way. Well, I think one of the reasons why this game looks worse than it actually is because using G-Sync and all that, there's a FPS range where it will work. The highest is hopefully the highest the refresh rate goes, but the lowest oftentimes is only about 50 or 45, and this game is locked at 30 without using a mod.
Citizen reports at 211 in progress. 437 East 8th Street.
Kid, drop that money one more time and you're a goner.
Sorry, mister. It's just my hands are shaking.
Shut up! Get the money in the bag.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Hurry the hell up, will you? Come on.
Is that a gold fucking plated gun?
Careful! He's got a gun!
Well, you just made that one obvious. So 211 must be a robbery. I think we have to get in a car. Oh, I got one! It's great.
What the hell?
Yes, slowly get in. Don't use any urgency in pursuing a guy that had a gun. Yes, it is. Those officers should not be firing their guns because they know that they have officers pursuing the suspect behind them in the background. I think you get in a shootout here. Ooh. Oh, I did hit him again. Okay. What the hell made me sprint into that staircase? Fucking nailed it in my car.
Car 11K to KGPL.
That's how you give justice on the streets of 1947 LA.
Be advised, code 4 at the Bristow Hotel on 8th Street. Code 4.
Oops, I just pressed F. It's E.
Keep going straight.
Stay off the moonshine, hut.
Do what I want. It ain't prohibition no more.
Take the next left. Go straight through here.
Boot. Woo, woo. Skills. Bad skills.
Right turn, coming up. Straight ahead here. Left, coming up.
Oops.
God damn me!
Yeah, pretty much. Can't deny that one.
You're a goddamn menace!
Your truck sucks, sir. Caught on fire after hitting one. Going too fast. Go as fast as I want. I am the law. I am the police. The police. I'm late. That's a crime.
Hey, I know you.
No, you don't.
When the hell's the food gonna arrive already?
No, you don't.
You want
Looking
to
for
tip?
someone?
Refill my coffee faster next time, honey.
You know Frank Morgan?
Sure. Frank's a regular. He's a loner in the back.
Would you recommend the special, miss?
There's 3 loners
Frank
in
Morgan?
the back.
Who's that? Cole Phelps, LAPD. I understand you're a friend of Adrian Black.
Yeah, I know.
Are you aware that he's missing?
No, I hadn't heard that. Tough break.
Sounds like a schmuck already.
We found Black's car abandoned in a freight depot, covered in blood. You know anything about that, Morgan?
Hell no. I'm sorry to hear that. I like Adrian. He's a good boss.
Please, don't tell me you actually believe this jerk-off, Phelps.
Question is, do I want to tell him?
I think you were
Oh, fuck, it's lie.
down there, and you let Black have it.
Fuck.
Ooh, I'm a bad boy. That the
I'll
best you
tell him.
got?
When did you last see Adrian?
Hell, I don't know.
There's no way to go back to... Because that restarts the whole case. Yeah, you'd have to exit the
I
game.
had plenty to drink last night. Things are a little sketchy.
If he was on his way to
That's
meet you
not
when
down
you went
either.
missing,
They both
he would have to
lie.
do a lot better than I don't recall.
He had
Oh,
a couple
well.
and then left,
I'll
I
just
guess.
tell him.
Maybe he had to go meet someone. That's the best I can do.
This doesn't add up, Morgan. Your excuses don't help. Let's see how you enjoy the LAPD taking an interest in your life.
You want my opinion? We tail Morgan. I say he's lying, and whatever hole he's got Adrian stashed in, he's got to go back there sometime.
Doing a bad job of looking around to see if you're being tailed, saying we're literally sitting in the car, or right outside the fucking entrance.
He sure left his drink in a hurry. I bet he wishes he'd rehearsed that story better now.
Don't stop in front of me, you fuckwit.
Easy, Cole. Better back it off.
Yes, because being followed by someone who seems to be intentionally staying behind you by a little bit is less awkward than being followed by someone who's at a normal following distance. Still flashing? Holy hell.
Where are you taking us, Mr. Morgan?
Probably to his house. You know, you probably could have just called KGPL and gotten all the information you needed.
Too close, Phelps. You're way too close.
It's not my fault he stopped for fucking nothing. The game randomly decided that, yes, you shall stop here. Why? Because fuck you.
Let's check the place out. Come on.
Day one of the big time, and you're already tailing drunks home from bars. You having fun yet? I told you it was non-stop glamour working traffic, didn't I? I'm just
Only
trying
because
to
I
learn.
fucked up the interview.
Oh, come on, Phelps. Save the creepy teacher's pet stuff for Leary. Don't work on me.
Apartment 2.
Ooh, Miss K. Graham, not a Mrs. Go to apartment 3. You can handle the drunk.
All right. Let's pay our friend a visit. See if he's missed us yet.
Just kick the door down. Why
Who the
not?
hell is that? Will you relax? Jesus, Adrian, I told you, we're in the clear. I'll get
In
it.
the clear, you know, LAPD is just taking interest in me now. Oh, fuck.
Shit.
It's over, Morgan. Mr. Black? LAPD, give yourself up now!
I knew it! Phelps, go after him. I'll try and hit him off in the car.
Shoot him.
The gun is the last resort.
There's no point running, Adrian.
No reason to believe he's violent
Mr.
anyways.
Black, get back here right now!
Doesn't look like he's in good enough shape to run away like this.
It's over, Adrian.
Stop right there, Adrian.
Quick, punch him in the back.
Clean with her, Black. Why the melodrama?
I thought it would be easier.
No, it just got a whole lot harder. Adrian Black, you're under arrest for conspiracy and fraud. We'll see what the DA has to say about wasting police resources on a wild goose chase like this.
You're gonna lose your wife, lose your job, and probably end up in the big house. I hope she was worth it, Adrian.
Just stares down.
That turned out to be quite some case, huh? Adrian, what an idiot. You got an arrest and a clearance in your first case, and in fine style, too. Well
And a
done,
clearance.
detective. Efficient investigation technique, good public presence. You keep that up and you learn from Bukowski here, and you could go a long way in this department.
Bukowski. Why? Why is this a prompt? Let's intake this for a second. Hey, player, would you like to skip content that you paid for because you've already played it? Ignoring the fact that I've already played the whole fucking game before, no, I'm not skipping downloadable content. It's the console's car. What I'm gonna do is go grab a drink. I'll be right back.
Okay, we're gonna keep this short. I'm already late for the DA. First up, Phelps, Bukowski. We got a report of a brand new Packard abandoned in an empty lot off 2nd Street between Olive and Grand. PR is one Oswald Jacobs says the vehicle was dumped in his backyard. There's a patrolman on site. Get down there and see what you can turn up. Any questions? Good, get going. Better go earn our pathetic wages.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
We've got a scene, a dumped car, and a witness. Let's get there.
Oh no, I missed the whole cutscene. I'm not gonna know that the Argentinian's car. Oh, what? I don't think I've ever been idle in this game before. I've never seen this. Kind of reaffirms to me though that I think. No, it's just at a bad viewing angle. Yeah, my normal monitor still looks better. Onwards.
Rimsky, O'Halloran. Intelligence has information on a stolen car racket.
An abandoned vehicle. We catch all the good ones, huh, Phelps?
Stolen car racket. Wouldn't that be our
There's
thing?
more to it than that.
I guess
Nobody
not.
dumps a shiny new Packard unless they borrowed it without asking. You don't say. You're on fire today, Einstein. Very funny. Come on, my intense protege. Let's go save the world.
I like it. Come on, my intense protege. I wish they recorded more random lines, because we're gonna hear that line. I say we kick in the door and find the goddamn evidence. A lot.
You hear about Adrian? Broad in Seattle threw him out. Wife says she's gonna take him back. Go left just now.
Love it.
Women generally show more compassion. What are you talking about? Adrian dumped on her. He was humping the secretary. Margaret should show some pride. Pride comes before a fall, Bukowski. Talking from experience.
Slow down, idiot.
Oh, I was going pretty slow. It's just intimidating you. Don't get the wrong idea here, pal.
Phelps, traffic.
I'm Officer Houlihan. Car's down the alleyway, detectives.
Houlihan. Patches O'Houlihan. Dodge, flip, duck, dive, and dodge.
Yes, sir. The car has flags. Might be some kind of diplomatic vehicle.
Has anyone touched this vehicle since you arrived?
No. And that Jacobs bird over there was on station before I got here.
We'll talk with him in a moment. Give us some time to look the place over.
Sure, take your time. He's a sore-headed old son of a bitch anyway.
Nice. Ooh, something shiny. Ooh, something shiny. Yes, 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 the car. But have you considered these beer bottles? Which for some reason is everywhere in every case, and you should look at them for some reason. This is at least semi-interesting. Baseball. It's mine now. Want to see the curve?
Accidental.
Let's go for the boot of the car first.
Empty.
Can I open the bonnet?
Stealing the wheels is for amateurs. Car ring would have stripped it in a warehouse.
Yeah, why steal only one tire? I guess he got caught, kind of. Oh, well, yeah. Missing license plate, missing flag.
Use the registration to trace the owner.
Why did you do the founding?
Must have taken the flag as a souvenir. Can't have any street value.
There we go. Consulate General of Argentina. Is there an Argentinian embassy in LA? And if so, was it in LA at this time?
This doesn't pertain to the case.
Or kids just want to play ball.
Combination wrench. Must have used it to remove the wheel lugs.
Conveniently Packard. For some reason.
Oswald Jacobs?
That's right.
What exactly happened here?
Can't tell if it was pain his bum lip or just doing a weird
I was
smile.
looking out of my window. I like to keep an eye on what's going on.
I can understand that.
You see this empty lot? Damn kids play stickball here. Always breaking my windows. Always asking for their ball back.
Can we get back to the car, Mr. Jacobs?
Don't be impatient, Sonny. Anyways, last night I see this brand spanking new Packard up on bricks.
Did you see who stole the Packard?
You said
Hell
last
yes,
night.
I
Why did it
did.
take so long to report
I
it?
saw 3 goddamn Mexicans going to work on it.
Can you tell us what they were doing?
Using the headlights of an old Ford so they could strip the thing. I yelled out to them, "I'll call the cops." So they loaded up their car and drove
Trick
off.
is you don't yell out to
Hollering
them.
and yelling obscenities at me in Mexican.
You
speak
just
Spanish, sir?
No, I do not.
you don't yell that you're going to call the cops. You just call the cops on them.
After
That's the trick.
Mexicans left. You didn't go anywhere near the car?
After I scared them off? No, I didn't go anywhere near that car.
You went out to the car. Once they were gone, you had to take a look for yourself.
I was curious. Ain't no law against that.
Curiosity
So what
killed the
if I
cat.
took a look around that car?
There's
You
another
can't be
part of that
accusing me
saying.
of nothing.
Tell me about the car they were driving.
It was an old Ford. I didn't catch the license number.
You look like the kind of guy who notices details.
You're right there. The car was old, but it looked brand new. Candy apple red paint job stands out a mile.
What exactly did you see them take?
They was working on the tires. That's all that was took.
Why did you take the license plate?
Me? What would I do with license plates?
That's not what I
saying I
wanted
have
to
'em?
say. Here's the thing. That license plate is missing.
If you don't ask, you never find out.
I meant to imply that he should have seen them taking the license
Right.
plate.
So what did you take, Jacobs? Do you want my partner to pat you down?
I found a notebook in the glove compartment. I was going to show you. It's on the chair on my porch.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Jacobs.
Why would you
Speak to
take
Officer
that,
Below
you
about
old
signing the formal
hag?
statement.
When you get the car out of the way, maybe you could come back and do something about those kids.
Well, how about we bring you an umpire's mask?
There you go. See, that's the thing. Go out there and play with them.
Okay, so we have the owner of the vehicle, a degenerate. I'll run John Madsen by R&I.
I'm Dewey.
Contact details on a William
Gabriel?
Dewey. This looks like business rather than pleasure.
Angelic features, but oh my god. Timothy Stabo. Slim hips. Oh my god, the guy's. It's actually a fucking creep.
I think we've wrung this place dry. Let's find a game well.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and hop into the car. Okay, apparently I can't steal the car. Damn it. Drive it on 3 wheels.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Could you run the name Dewey Brothers? Possibly a dealership or car mechanics workshop.
One moment.
I could have sworn it was both.
Packard Dealership, 629 Figueroa Street.
Got it. Can you put me through to Michigan 2458, please?
Connecting you now. Hello, can I help you?
LAPD, ma'am. Can I speak to John Madsen, please?
He's at school, officer. What's this about? Is he in trouble?
How old is your boy, ma'am?
Just turned 16.
Wrong person, Mrs. Madsen. Sorry to disturb you.
Gross.
Messages
Anyways.
for me, please.
There's just one message for you, Detective. A 4-door Packard, diplomatic license number Paul Robert 706, was reported missing this morning by Juan Francisco Valdez.
Could you have him brought in?
He's already here at Central, Detective. He's demanding an audience, as he calls it.
Thanks.
So
Get a
here's
message to
what-
Captain Leary. Tell him we'll be in as soon as we can.
So she, on the other end of that phone, the Michigan
Can
one.
you cordon off this lot until we have the vehicle impounded?
Yes, sir, Detective.
We'll follow up on the owner. Get a statement from Jacobs.
So that
and I'll
poor
read the
woman gets a
report back at
call
the station.
from the LAPD, but she's in Michigan.
We can visit the Packard
Is there
dealership
something
or
wrong?
head back to Central and
How
interview this Valdez
in the
kid.
hell?
Your call.
Go talk to Central. But how in the hell did she think that the LAPD was going to be involved with her son? I mean, there's things, obviously, because he is involved in this case. But come on, that's your first assumption.
This has got to be the 50th abandoned
Nope.
vehicle call we have caught this year. One more, and I'm going to go crazy. Not your favorite cases? You kidding me? This is barely even police work. Of all the bad guys in this city, we get lumped with the ones who can't even be bothered to keep what they steal.
That's officially recognized as the LA Noir technique. The Phelps Feliciano. Oops. Warner, first and Hill.
Francisco Valdez in for questioning.
Sure do, Phelps. Your bird's an interview, too.
Bird.
And get this. He's wearing gloves and doing his best not to touch anything. Can you beat that?
Sounds like we don't want to keep this guy waiting. It's this way.
It's cool how the HUD goes away when
About time.
you're in here.
Are you the senior officer I requested?
I'm Detective Phelps, and this is Detective Bukowski.
Have you any idea how long I've been waiting to speak with you? I am needed back at the consulate, and you keep me here like a common criminal.
Oh, you can
All
go
right,
fuck
friend,
yourself.
let's take a deep breath and start all over again. Mr.
That,
Valdez.
and we're not keeping you here.
I insist on my full title.
Yeah, you're a prick.
Where did you purchase the car?
My secretary and driver arranged the purchase. A disreputable place, Dewey Brothers by name. As soon as I can have it arranged, I will have my Hispano Suiza brought up from Buenos Aires.
Fuck.
Dewey Brothers. You think someone from the garage could have been involved in the theft?
It would not surprise me in the least.
Consul General, we have located your car. Can you tell us how it was stolen?
It must have been stolen from the consular garage. Terribly inconvenient, of course. I want the perpetrator soundly flogged.
Unfortunately, we don't do that here, Your Worship. You have a pretty good idea who stole the car, don't you, Consul General? Are you going to tell me, or do I shake it out of you?
There's no call for violence.
Yes, sir.
I suspect a disgruntled boy from the car dealership.
You have a name for this kid?
Gabriel, like the archangel. I have no surname.
So tell us about this kid, Gabriel. You had a run-in with him?
Mecánico, a presumptuous young man who did not know his place. He presumed to ask me questions.
We do a lot of presuming here in the United States, Consul General. It comes with the turf. So a Consul General gets in a public row with a junior car mechanic. You expect me to believe that that's all that happened?
I expect you to draw your own conclusions and to discontinue this aggressive behavior.
I'll be talking to the gangster squad about you, Valdez. They're gonna love your diary.
This is the one that I played the least because I don't think. Actually, I could have sworn I played this on the Xbox. I had the premium edition. Because I bought it, or the pre-order edition, because I bought it the day of.
I'll get rid of them in a couple of hours.
Ah, yes, piss him off more, please. I said, actually, yes, please, do piss him off more. See, that's why they didn't record enough lines. There's no variety in what they say. I help if I did. Oops.
Can we try to get there in one piece?
No.
Go straight through here.
Mr. Valdez moves in some peculiar circles for an international bon vivant.
Ah, English, please. See, this is why nobody invites you out for drinks.
It's just very industrious of him to be so involved in matters of consular transportation.
All right, you're making it worse now. I think what you're trying to say is that lover boy in there is as full of crap as a Christmas goose.
That is...
Watch it!
Why does it take so long to resume?
That as well.
There we go.
KGPL to any unit. The 459 there now at 267 South Main. Unit to handle code 2 identified.
Code 2? Man, but I want to use my sirens the whole way. For reference, code 1 is with traffic. Code 2 is judicious use of lights and sirens to get through stuff. And code 3 is lights and sirens all the way, generally speaking. That being said, there were no lights at this time. There was only the siren. So it was mostly just you would turn it on to get through like red lights. But otherwise you would go to traffic. Expeditious, but not emergency mode. What I'm doing right here is emergency mode because fuck that.
KGPL to any unit. The 459 there now at 260.
No, you pennies is hiding from me. I will find you all and eat you. Yes, sir. Damn! Why these places have so much preparation H?
What is preparation H? I don't even know.
Ooh wee! Benny's give me speed.
So long cutscene for a side of mission.
What are you doing?
Oh no.
Get the hell down from there, you lunatic!
I got the first couple of runs are broken. It's a nice little touch.
You really need to lay off the pills. All right, if you really want to dance.
Don't fall off, don't fall off. Okay. I said I didn't want to kill the guy. Second. Make him drive.
You're behind the wheel.
tell me, let me guess. You were making your way past the lot, caught sight of the new model 4-door, and couldn't help yourself. You could see yourself in that car and just had to take a closer look. Well, I can't say as I blame you.
LAPD, Mac. We'd like to speak with the owner.
That's me, William Dewey, proprietor, at your service.
We're investigating the theft of a Packard belonging to the Argentine embassy. Are you missing a combination wrench?
I don't know, Detective, but I know how we can find out. Follow me.
This guy's a salesman through and through. I kind of just want to punch him in his face right now. Remember, kids, violence is only sometimes the answer.
We keep all our tools in here.
Mind if we look around?
Be my guest. You sure you guys aren't interested in a new car? Huh? Maybe a used car. I have some nice used cars for guys in your wage bracket.
Gee, thanks.
Why don't you give us some alone time, Dewey? Go sell some cars or whatever it is that you do here.
That's not right. Wrong
Oh,
size.
right. The only reason why I do that is because wrenches have what size they are imprinted on them.
One
or
left.
embossed onto them. So it's kind of stupid to have this mini game when in reality all you have to do is look at it for like 5 seconds and then put it right back where it belongs. Yes, they used this.
Nope.
Key evidence right here. Well, you didn't say nope. It is a nope.
This isn't what we're looking for.
Yep.
No good. We need diplomatic plates.
Yeah, if they had diplomatic plates hanging up here randomly, that'd be very suspicious.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions.
If you don't mind. No, we have a few questions.
Packards
I'm
are
gonna
great
fucking
cars,
answer them.
But this doesn't look like the kind of place favored by foreign embassies. How do you know Valdez?
I don't know Valdez. The embassy bought the car. All I know is he must know a quality car when he sees one.
Fuck.
Valdez was just driving by and he saw the car.
Yeah, something like that. Happens all the time.
Where can we find Delgado?
I don't know. He sure as hell isn't here.
Not just because I'm fucking it up. I don't know why. Move an answer. I'm gonna go doubt.
Address, Dewey, or my partner shoves her head in a car door.
Okay, all right. Apartment 3, 103 Hill Street. And tell him from me, if he ever shows his face around here again, I'm gonna kick his butt from here to Kingdom Come.
A wrench from this dealership was used to strip the wheels from a Packard last night, Mr. Dewey. A couple of Hispanics were seen taking parts.
We've had a spate of thefts ourselves. Comes with the location. Thieving bastards will steal anything the minute your back is turned.
What are you hiding, Dewey? Spill it. You don't want the LAPD getting too interested in this place.
So I hire a few illegals. It's cheaper than hiring returning GIs. They have less attitude. Downside is, they're a little light-fingered.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Dewey.
No problem. God damn that kid. I'm just an honest car salesman. Seems like you just don't know who you can trust these days.
You can stop the fucking sales
Go
pitch
in the
anytime.
movies, Dewey. You're missing your calling.
Uh-huh.
Time to visit Gabriel Delgado. See how good his excuse is.
I do like how you can see officers walking their beats. What if I followed him? How, like, solid of a beat is it?
You read the this story in the Examiner about the Navy developing three-dimensional movies?
What's a dimension?
You know, like a graph. Vertical axis is Y and horizontal is X.
Well, that's clear as mud.
Third dimension would be Z. So things would be popping out of the screen.
Jesus, Cole!
Fucking nailed it.
That's ridiculous. Scare people out of the theater. In God's name would want that.
I don't know. People scoffed at the idea of talkies in color, and look what we have now.
All units, officers, help. Major 415, 1624 West 3rd Street, 1624 West 3rd Street. Any unit to handle code 3, identify.
You're taking the next left.
Drag racer. Yeah, 'cause that's what I am. I have a siren. How am I a drag racer? Don't drive forward. Thank you. God, the handling is so weird in some of these cars. Oh, this is a police vehicle too.
Straight through the next intersection.
Straight on. Left, coming up. Straight through the next intersection.
All units, officers, help. Major 415, 1624 West 3rd Street,
Oh God, why does it have to have the high-pitched screech in it?
Finally.
I don't think that even happened on it.
What have we got?
The 3rd Street gang and the Downing Street gang. Mexican kids with nothing better to do than howl at each other. But no bloodshed so far.
Shit! Hope you brought plenty of ammunition, sir.
LAPD.
Whenever you want to stop shooting yourself, let's get this shit done.
Throw out the guns.
You're fucking toast.
Oh, the officer got shot and killed.
God damn it, here come more of them.
Why would more of them come to a police shootout? That doesn't make sense. They would come to a gang shootout, they wouldn't come to a police shootout. I guess they might not have known that the police were there yet. Multiple officers down.
Car 11K calling KGPL. I need an ambulance at 1624 West 3rd Street. Code 4. Shots fired and suspects are down.
So is an officer, Phelps.
All units, be advised, code 4 on Major 415 on West 3rd Street. Suspects are down.
Fun fact, we don't often say be advised over the radio. It's a waste of, transmission. I'm just firing a bullet at this. Anyways, it's a waste of a transmission, waste of airtime. If you are calling someone on a radio and you are communicating with them, they should be expected that you are advising them of something. You should not have to tell them to be advised. It might be important to pre-announce a statement, like if I was dispatching to somebody and fucking hell, and all I had was information for them.
I wouldn't feel safe in a tank with you driving.
I might say something along the lines of, since we use the term control to whatever unit with an informational. That way they know that they're not getting a call per se.
Next left. Next right.
Oops.
Careful!
Take the next right. Well, now you've either got to stop or put your fucking foot down.
Oh, I've never heard that one before.
You need to take the next left.
I'm out of here. Christ alive!
Oh, crap is up. I missed a turn. Gotta turn around. Wait. No, I don't.
Slow down!
Ah, whatever. Perfect. Run. Run for it. Weird, our cart was banned and don't know how. You can see the demographics change of who's walking around, what neighborhoods, and all that.
Okay, let's see what Gabriel has to say for himself.
I just hope our Archangel hasn't already flown.
What the hell is this guy doing?
Pretty accurate.
Where do you see a number 3 marked on that door?
Thought it was 3, I just couldn't remember. Whoops. You don't like knocking on random doors? Let's knock on 4.
Hey, keep it down, would you? My little girl just got to sleep.
Yes! Love it. One of them had a reasonable response.
LAPD, ma'am. We're looking for Gabriel Delgado.
Gabriel?
We're from the police.
Gabriel?
Policia, you understand?
Yes, I understand. Could you come inside?
You didn't hear her say it, but she said dick.
Ana Rodriguez.
That was under her
Gabriel
breath,
Delgado
aka
here,
in her mind.
Ms. Rodriguez?
No. What do you want with Gabriel? Is he in trouble?
Stay where you are, Miss Rodriguez. We need to take a look around.
But he is not here. I have told you.
Check out the surrounds. I'll stay with the broad. So how far along are you, Anna?
Nearly 20 weeks.
Souvenirs are a dumb move.
Right. So how's it going to be when you go into labor
Yes,
and
they
he's
are.
not around?
You are wrong about
Is there anything
Gabriel.
in the Holy Bible?
He will be a good father. Already he works hard to provide for us.
irrelevant.
Unless you help us here, Anna, your little one won't be seeing Papa for a very long time.
Difficult to tell whether it's the suspect vehicle from the scene. Huh. Certainly Gabriel's pride and joy.
It's not the suspect vehicle, if you mean... Oh, well, the suspect vehicle as in what Gabriel was driving? Yeah, you don't know, because you can't see the color. But it wasn't the Packard.
Serving breakfast for 2, Anna? You should have cleared up.
Diplomatic plates.
Diplomatic license plates.
Look at those. The only one was stolen,
Looks like
though.
Valdez gets
Oh,
his wheel
the
back.
spare wheel. Jesus, Phelps, you leave the door open?
You're in serious trouble, Miss Rodriguez.
But Gabriel is not here. I have done nothing wrong.
Why did he steal the car, Anna?
The customer insulted him. He has his honor, no?
Right.
His honor?
Told the truth.
He said Dewey's friend tried to make a woman out of him. He no longer respects this man, Dewey. He took the car to show this maricon that he is a man.
Tell us the truth, Anna. Has Gabriel been here?
I haven't seen him for at least 3 nights.
Yes, and you're eating 2 pieces of
You keep
toast
lying to
across
us.
from the
I'll
table.
send you and your baby to jail.
He lives here, but he hasn't come home. I swear it.
Enough, Anna. There are signs all over this place that he's been back.
He was here last night. I have never seen him so angry. He went out to his shed and put some things in it. I don't know what, and I don't want to know. I love him.
Good people can do bad things.
We found a license plate matching our stolen vehicle in the shed. Add in the assortment of parts, and we can make Gabriel for a dozen other thefts. It's time to get serious, Anna.
You must ask these questions of Gabriel. I know nothing of these car parts.
You're lying, Anna. I think you're a willing accomplice in these robberies.
What proof do you have that I stole the cars?
But she didn't steal the cars. That's not what I was going towards. Gonna ask the community. Which one do they normally go with? Doubt? Yeah, that makes sense.
Then tell us where he is. If your baby is born in prison, Anna, the corrections officers will take it from you. You will see your son or daughter through a metal grate for half an hour a week.
The start line is on 1st and Santa Fe. There is a spillway under the bridge that leads to the river. Many policia have wrecked trying to follow him.
We don't need to follow him, but
As far as we're concerned, this sits with Gabriel.
Start line. That sounds like a street race to me. It's gotten out of hand this last year. No wonder Delgado has such an eye for fine automobiles.
here's the thing. We don't need to follow him. We know where his hair is. And his home is. Problem is, he's not gonna be coming home anymore.
Seems like a decent guy.
Yeah, that wouldn't be happening in this neighborhood. I highly doubt any of them would be pleased at the cops. Shortcut to be found?
What kind of man leaves his pregnant
Broadway.
girlfriend at home while he...
Take it easy.
Relax and use the brake.
Pregnant girlfriends aren't always a barrel of laughs. Everyone needs to let off a little steam. Some guys wouldn't come back home at all.
Are you talking from experience?
Shots fired, ops needs help.
Quick as we shut one of these races down, another one springs up somewhere else. Kids used to steal cars to sell them. Now they just want to wrap them around a lamppost. The
No,
next
why not?
16-year-old I have to peel off the sidewalk, you're calling the mother. I've had enough of those to last me a lifetime.
That's probably the saddest part about working those kinds of cases, is talking to mothers and telling them that they will not ever see their kid alive again.
Straight through at the next junction. Watch what you're doing! Straight on here. Straight through. Left, coming up.
Got it.
Look out! Straight on here.
Has a mosaic effect? Or no, it's not. It's not the mosaic effect. It's the God, what's the name of it?
I think we need a siren.
Pretty sure.
Know what I'm doing.
True, we do need a sign. Mirage. The mirage effect, where the air by the ground is so hot that it's reflective.
All units, shots fired, ops needs help. Chateau and Valencia, Chateau and Valencia. Shots fired, ops needs help. Unit to handle code 3 identified.
R11K, we'll handle.
They put up police barriers instead of helping.
I see you motherfuckers. Come on up here and get us.
What is all this?
Traffic stop from hell. Prowling unit pulls these guys over.
finds that trunk full of hardware like you wouldn't believe. They lose it. Bullets start flying, and they snatch up the guns, and one of the cops head to high ground and make their stand.
And the officer?
Up there. Still alive, we think. Who knows for how long. We'll keep him busy if you can find a way up, sir.
$12.
Clear! Come on, let's move! This way!
I lost my hat. I'm not gonna be able to carry a shotgun up there. Come on. Don't tell me. Oh, he's handling the shotgun like it's a fucking plastic replica.
I'll cover the street from here. Go on, get up there!
Yeah, please
Put the
don't make me
weapon
take
down
this shot
now.
with a shotgun. Fucked loser.
$11K. I've been involved in a shooting. It's code 4 here, but
We've
suspects
been
are
involved
down.
in a shooting. No
Entering
shit.
an ambulance
Dispatch to
Chateau
a
and
shots
Valencia.
fired case.
Also notified detective headquarters. I'll need the coroner. My partner and I are okay.
11K, roger on the ambulance and coroner. Detective headquarters will be notified.
You can
All
drive.
units, 11K reports code 4 on the shooting at Chateau in Valencia. Code 4.
There's the red Ford. That's Delgado right there. Quick! They're getting away!
Why can't we ever be the
1247,
ones shooting?
Requesting assistance at 1st and Santa Fe. Reports of an illegal street race.
It's not reports of an illegal street race. It's a witnessed illegal street race.
It's getting away! Step on it, Phelps. Take him out.
Delgado is our boy. Forget the others.
You're gonna die, Delgado! Lay into his wheel arches. Come on.
I should have stopped the car, probably, how deep that got. Can't lay into his wheel arches because he artificially speeds
Come
up.
on, you're getting creamed by a kid in a red Ford.
Well, it's a souped up red Ford, to be fair. And the game artificially speeds him up and slows me down. Which makes no sense since it tries to be semi-realistic.
God damn it, Cole, hold it steady.
You're not even taking shots. What do you need me to hold it steady for? Quick, shoot at will. Get out, holy hell. There we go. You're not supposed to shoot him. I was like,
You're under
come on.
arrest for Grand Theft Auto.
Fuck you, puto! You should speak to the maricon. Valdez, I showed him. Now who's the man? I should have burned his fucking car.
Yeah, he probably should have.
You got a foreign dignitary outed as a fruit and a kitty raper, a car dealer we're gonna let slide for the kickbacks, and a street punk car thief who sure as hell won't be taking liberties with other people's autos again anytime soon. That, Detective Phelps, is not a bad haul. You keep your chin low and your hands high, and you keep bringing me clearances just like that one. That's textbook policing, and we need more of it in this department.
I like the hero music in the background. Now we just need the American flag waving behind them. Montoyas.
You have any plans for Weekend Liberty, Jack?
My sisters have been working in Los Angeles in a bomber factory. They're coming down to visit. I'm meeting them at the station at 6.
Good for you, Jack. Are they cute?
They're my sisters, Hank.
Attention! Final inspection before Liberty.
Good job, Kelso.
Are we going somewhere, gentlemen? Full inspection. It had better be exceptional if any of you want liberty this weekend. Kelso, this carbine. The bore is dirty.
No, it isn't.
Are you
You didn't look at the
arguing
bore.
with me, Kelso?
Do what you need to do, Sergeant. You know the bore is immaculate.
Weekend liberty canceled. 2-day field drill. Clean this rifle.
No.
Do you know the penalty for insubordination, Kelso?
Jack, don't do it.
Forget him, Hank. He doesn't have what it takes.
Are you two finished? Are you going to clean this rifle?
No, Sergeant. Cole is right. I'm going to stop playing games and join a rifle company and fight the real enemy.
Whammo.
All right, gentlemen, I just got this handed to me. A hit-and-run felony at Ray's Cafe, 208 North Los Angeles. Got a patrolman on site. The coroner's on his way. Get down there, see if you can find any witnesses who can put a make on the car.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to put him down to 1 round.
The failure drill is still 2 in the body, 1 in the head, but to be fair, that was not developed until much later. I think something like 40 years later, and it was originally called the Mozambique drill, but the LAPD officer, I don't remember what rank he was, but high enough, and I think forming SWAT, when he wanted to incorporate the Mozambique drill, changed it to the failure drill to avoid the racial undertones or overtones of Mozambique.
Looks like the DA is going to press charges. Anna Rodriguez might do time.
I'll speak to the DA. She suffered enough.
I don't know, Cole. She's an easy make, and the DA likes convictions.
I'll convince him to let it go.
How you do that?
I'll give him something better.
Detectives, over here.
Cole Phelps, traffic. What have we got?
Thick as a white male named Lester Patterson walked out of the bar and into the street. Car hit over there, and he ended up here, dead on impact by the look of it.
Have you canvassed the area?
The only one with anything useful to contribute is the young lady over there. She lives above the bar, name is Shannon Perry. No.
Oh my god, that animation of
24 years old.
That's how you smoke a cigarette, Miss Perry? Are we really trusting her?
We'll take a formal statement later. Right now, we're going to take a look around.
Most up one's gotta be to molest the body.
Phelps?
Well, I was supposed to talk to
We
Hank
need to
first.
check in with the reporting officer, then Carruthers. Make sure we know all the details.
I talked
I
to
landed
the
on his
officer.
face and ended up here. The car must have struck him from behind.
Well, the side, but yeah. Notice there's a puncture wound in his jacket there.
Patterson has life insurance.
Because he didn't file for that. Nothing to see on his hands. I don't think there's anything to see in here. Oh, there is. A wallet. Fun fact. We recently, or I guess a few years ago at this point, so not recently, found my grandfather's license that looked like that. It was not an LA license, because I don't live in California, but it was pretty cool. Pretty cool to see. They've come a long way. They have photos on them now, obviously.
What have you got on the victim?
From all reports, he was intoxicated at the time of the accident. I'll know how intoxicated once I've done the autopsy. Looking him over now, I'd say he died on impact.
What about the chest wound? Isn't that inconsistent?
Very common in auto injuries. Look for a car with a prominent hood ornament. Those things are killers.
Ah, the hood ornament did it. Gonna arrest Packard, after all.
Body traveled a good 20 feet. This blood is a long way from the body. Car must have been going like a bat out of hell.
I was only going 5,000 miles per hour, sir.
So the driver managed to brake before the impact.
She's all yours, Detective.
A knife covered in blood.
Could be a steak knife. This is a hit-and-run case, Phelps. Anyone could have thrown away a kitchen knife.
In any case, we'll want tech services to scrub the alleyway before they bag the knife. Miss Perry?
Yes?
I'm Detective Phelps. This is my partner, Detective Bukowski.
Eyewitness report.
Can you tell us what happened?
Well, I came to the window because I heard people arguing downstairs.
Then what happened?
I saw a car hit that poor man and knock him down the street.
Oh no. Oh no.
A dark red Lincoln Continental.
Oh, I dropped some frames. The connection's sketching out. My internet has been terrible lately. Still connected. Oh my fucking lord, Steam, as if I wanted you to start downloading anything right now. Ask permission before you start to download something, you fucks. Crap, what was that? No, I don't want that. I want to know what was said. There we go. On the street. Whatever.
Did you see the license plate?
You can't lose this game.
Only the first three letters, I'm afraid. 3C8.
Tell me more about the argument you heard.
Well, there were two voices. A man and a woman, that's all.
Why are you holding out on us, Miss Perry?
I'm sorry. I was hoping to tell my story to the newspapers. I'd like to get my picture in the paper. Trying to find work as an actress, and things are pretty difficult.
Well, yeah, no
Cough it
shit.
up, sister. We don't have all night.
People arguing? They were husband and wife. I could tell by what she was yelling. Intimate things. Very embarrassing for the man.
Not much you can't get it up because you down half a pint of vodka every fucking morning.
You really think so? I hope you find that driver and put him away.
You certainly got away with the dames, Phelps.
Give it a rest, Bukowski.
Let's see what the patrons have to say.
I'll take the
He
bartender.
is really
You
wound
work the
up
rest of the
tight.
room.
No, first, we must evaluate. Oh wait, that's not the right one. Here's the right one. Look at it.
So this is why everybody comes to Ray's.
Nothing wrong with that. No, nothing wrong with that. I do need to use the phone at some point, okay. Shrink to the stars. Promises mental breakthrough.
Courtney, come in. Have a seat.
Thanks, Doctor.
How are you finding working at the clinic?
It's, fine.
Are you sure?
Can I be honest with you, Doctor?
I would hope so, Courtney.
I was hoping that the therapy would be more beneficial.
Treatment can unfortunately be very long-term.
So many of the patients here are addicts, Doctor.
Many of them have been for years, Courtney. In the past, these people were condemned to sanatoriums. If we can reveal the root of the problem, then we have a chance to help them.
And until then, they stay sedated?
Do I detect a hint
mean,
of reproach, Courtney?
Better than lobotomized, right?
I'm sorry. I don't mean to criticize.
Part of being a physician, Courtney, is learning to be patient.
How is it possible to keep so many of them on their medications, Doctor? Many of their addictions are illegal.
Oh, many things in life are gray, Courtney. What may on the surface appear to be illegal is actually of benefit to society at large.
Well, I wouldn't say many, but there are certainly things that are illegal that don't necessarily need to be illegal.
I'm Detective Phelps of the LAPD.
How can I help, Detective?
Your name would be a good start.
Dudley Lynch. Hired help. I run the place when the owner ain't around.
His recording quality is so much lower.
He stepped out. Somebody had to take Lorna, Mrs. Patterson, home.
Why is his recording quality so much worse than literally all the others?
What can you tell me about the accident?
Not a lot. It was busy in here, and all I heard was the impact.
Why are you lying, Lynch? What are you covering up?
Is that the best you've got? You expecting me to confess to being the driver?
God
I'd suggest
fucking
you
mother
speak to
taco
someone who
bitch.
saw what happened. I'm about done speaking to you.
Do you know the victim?
Yeah, Lester Patterson. He's a regular here, or he was.
Damn, son. Oh, he's not lying.
Not one of your favorite customers?
Lester was special, but not my kind of special.
Was Lester drinking alone?
No, he came here with his wife. She didn't seem too interested in the booze, though.
A witness overheard an argument.
Lester and Lorna. There's nothing like airing your dirty laundry in public, is there?
Why was Lorna Patterson in such a hurry to leave? What is going on here?
Lorna was pretty upset, so Leroy took her home. Lorna and Leroy are close. They've been talking about opening a new bar.
Leroy?
Leroy Sabo, the owner.
How long have Lorna and Leroy been talking about this new bar?
Who knows? I just served the drinks.
Bartenders hear all sorts of things.
His tell is the
You
same
gonna
each
tell me,
time.
or do we have to start playing rough?
When Lester was drinking, he treated Lorna like dirt. He gambled away all their money. Lorna pitched Leroy about the bar. I don't know how interested he is.
Is Leroy doing well?
Hell no. The only thing keeping this place afloat are the poker games.
Thanks for your help, Lynch. I'm gonna need you to sign a statement with the patrolman.
Sure, no problem.
You get anything out of the regulars?
They weren't giving too much away. They liked watching Lester and Lorna go a few rounds every other day. And Lester was a fan of the love tap.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need to run a partial license plate, 3 Charles 8. Cross-check possible Lincoln owners. Suspect vehicle is a red Lincoln Continental.
Just a moment, Detective. Only one possible make on that license. Registered to a William Shelton, 738 West Temple Street.
Thanks for your help.
Looks like we caught a break on this one.
Possibly. Possibly not. I'm just gonna run right through this. Why not? Oh, yeah. I think he does step over the... No, he doesn't. Never mind.
We'll check in with you.
Okay. I'll get him onto a slab. Should have the report soon.
Thanks.
Seems unusually quick when it comes to cases involving Phelps. Let's go with Shawn residence first. Only reason why I choose to do that is because
It's a lucky break getting a partial ID. These cases are usually dead in the water after 24
it's
hours.
because
Why don't they just stop?
You heard about fight or
if you
flight during
don't,
the war?
there's really no reason
Sure.
to go after him.
Never
And it's
back your enemy
considered,
into a corner.
or it's mentioned in the case report
Well, in a
that
hit
you
and
didn't
run,
do
the
it.
perp was already in flight. It's easier to keep going. Takes a degree of moral courage to stop and accept responsibility.
You're not as dumb as you
True.
make yourself out to be, are you, Stefan?
I didn't know I was making myself out to be dumb.
Oh, there's a red car with fun and damage.
That's the son of a bitch right there.
William Shelton?
Yes?
It doesn't look good, Shelton. You packing your bags and making a run for it? You know why we're here.
Yes. The accident.
We've got witnesses who can put this car at the scene, not to mention the physical damage. This is open and shut, Sheldon.
Why catch it?
That coward thinks he can run from everything.
Fucking. It's weird how this game will sometimes have good handling and sometimes have shit handling. Like every now and then, the cars will just have more grip for no reason. That guy just 180'd so fast.
Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out.
But then we're destroying evidence.
No wonder he killed someone, driving like this.
But it does have a history. Fucking
Don't let that
hell.
asshole get away.
Oh, Jesus! My paint job!
Your paint job, oh fuck you, man. Took it up with the cops. Wait a second.
Lay into his wheel arches. Come on. I don't know the way.
That's it. Cuff him and we're done. Give it up, LAPD.
How does a vehicular manslaughter rap sound, Shelton?
He doesn't.
I hit him. I admit it. I just panicked, but it wasn't my fault.
Oh, he does have
What do
bad
you
trigger
mean?
discipline, which is
The guy jumped
accurate.
right out in front of me.
Because trigger discipline didn't come until after World War II.
There's nothing I could do about it.
Why didn't you stop?
I've had accidents before.
That's it. We're done here. The
Why?
DA
Because
is
you
gonna
drive like a
love
fucking
you.
They
maniac.
weren't all my fault. I'm a surveyor. I need my license for my job. There were people around. A woman and a man were standing right next to him. I thought they could get him to a hospital. I'm telling you, it's not my fault.
The guy is dead, Shelton.
You can't be serious.
William Shelton, you're coming downtown. We need to talk about a manslaughter charge. Leave the coroner and the paperwork. Procedure can wait. We should probably go speak to the wife and let her know what's happening.
Okay. You become all heart at the prospect of paperwork, don't you?
I mean, wouldn't you?
All units, officer needs help. 333 South Main Street. 333 South Main Street. Officer needs help. 211 and shots fired. Unit to handle code 3, identify. All units, officer needs help. 333 South Main Street. 333 South Main Street. Officer needs help. 211 and shots fired. Unit to handle code 3.
What's the situation?
We got a hold-up gun sour. 3 guns locked themselves in with 2 hostages. I tried to go in through the front, but the place is a fortress. I nearly got a mouthful of lead from my trouble.
All right. I'll see if I can get in through the back.
All right, I'll stay here and keep them busy.
Let's go. We'll try the back.
Be cool if you could choose your service weapon. Just thought of that for some reason.
Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
Stefan, you're getting in the way.
Quick, up the stairs. Get after him.
So many people taking
Put
hostages.
the weapon down now.
That's a risky shot. You miss, you're killing the fucking hostage.
Car 11K. I've been involved in a shooting at 333 South Main Street. Globe Loan and Jewelry. It's code 4
Again,
now,
no
but
shit
the
you've been
suspect
involved
is
in a
down.
shooting. You got
I need an
dispatched to a
ambulance here. I
shooting.
notify my
An
supervisor
active
and the coroner.
shooting.
11K, roger on the ambulance and coroner. Your supervisor will be notified.
You know the way. You can drive.
Code 4 on the shooting at 333 South Main Street. Globe Jewelry and Loan.
Do you believe him?
I believe he didn't mow down the victim on purpose. The rest of it stinks. His boo-hoo story about being a surveyor and not wanting to lose his license.
Well, we'll see how he enjoys surveying the same tiny room for the next 10 years of his life. You make a mistake, you face the consequences. You don't run off and hide like some little girl hoping it'll all go away.
People make bad decisions in the heat of the moment.
Well, I'd like to see him try that one on the judge. If he had time to clock who was at the scene, he had time to make a choice.
I can agree with that. If he had time to run his judgment of how likely is he to get caught and all that, he had time to make the decision to stop. It was not heat of the moment. I'm just sealing up this bag of M&Ms real quick so they don't get rotten. Alright, onward.
Yes? Hello?
Mrs. Patterson.
Is this about my husband?
We're investigating the incident, ma'am.
I see. Come in, won't you?
Can you tell me what happened?
What's to tell? He got hit by a car and now he's dead.
You don't appear to be too upset about the fact.
Lester and I met on a furlough in 44. We got married that weekend. People don't understand it now, but that happened a lot back then.
I see. So you probably did
Back
well
then,
to stick it
aka
out this long.
literally 3 years ago.
What's that supposed to mean, mister? I think it's about time you left. I have someone here,
I
and
beg your pardon? You're gonna have to run that one by us again, sister.
It's okay, Lorna. I'm Leroy Sabo.
Well, well. Nice to see you're comforting the grieving widow, Mr. Sabo.
All right, wise guy. Do you have any intelligent questions you would like me to answer?
You can confirm Mrs. Patterson's story.
Lester lost at cards. He was kind of hard to control when he lost his temper. He turned without looking and walked right out in front of the car. It wasn't good.
What's your relationship with Mrs. Patterson, Mr.
We're gonna get Pattinson
We're friends.
killed
Good
though.
friends.
You expect me to believe that?
I should not have grabbed that knife
Look,
ahead
I
of
was
time
filing for
because that
divorce.
gets her
Mental
killed.
cruelty. Lester could be an
If you don't
innocent
grab the
bitch.
knife, then you'll go to the coroner's. He'll say, "Hey,
No.
he got stabbed." You have to
I
go
hadn't
back
told
to the scene
Well,
to grab the
hasn't this
knife,
worked out well for
and
the
that's
two
where
of you?
Leroy is,
I feel
and it
almost
saves
bad for
Mrs.
busting in on
Patterson's
this little
life.
rendezvous.
So sorry, but I've doomed you to death.
How did the car come to hit Lester?
He walked straight into the path of an oncoming car.
You're lying, Lorna. You pushed him in front of the car.
If you think you
I
can prove
don't
that,
have
I
evidence
suggest you
to do
arrest me
that.
now.
It's nothing personal. I'm just doing my job. You understand that?
Stefan's giving that side eye.
You expect me to believe that, Lorna? It's all very convenient.
Gambling for Lester was like the needle for a hophead. He was yelling at me. He was yelling at the whole world. I kind of felt sorry for the driver. Poor guy had no chance.
You were arguing in the bar and on the sidewalk?
We were always arguing. So what?
Admit it. You were baiting him, pushing his buttons. We can easily get the full story from the regulars in the bar.
All right. Lester was playing cards out back. He lost, of course, and wanted back in. He suggested I earn the money on my back to get a mistake. That was the proposition he was putting to his so-called buddies. So maybe I was a little angrier than usual. Let's just say I took exception to his idea.
The bartender said that you and Leroy were planning to go into business together. Can you explain how you'll get the money to do that?
I have a little money saved away.
You're being economical with the truth, Lorna.
You want to back that up, little man?
You increased the premium on Lester's life insurance. GI insurance policies have a $10,000 payout.
It was Leroy's idea. Lester lived on the edge. He was always getting into fights, crap games, pinochle, you name it. Turns out it was good advice.
It speaks to motive and premeditation, Lorna.
You're forgetting the hit and run detective.
I'm not.
Mr. Sabo, have an interesting day.
I'm sure we will, officer. Now, if you could both just leave.
We're leaving, ma'am. Sorry for your loss. I can see what a tough time you're having with all this.
Punch him square in the face now. Oh, and she'll close the door right behind us. Yep. Alright, Carruthers. Give us that hot take.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Any messages?
Just one detective from the coroner. Message reads, Phelps, see me at Central Morgue immediately. Results of the Patterson autopsy.
Thanks, ma'am.
Isn't that the cop who solved the big case and got promoted?
Ah, yes. Generic dialogue that can be used at any time of the game.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes. So, where do you want to go?
I don't want him to drive because there's an opportunity to get another, side call. Just respect your surroundings.
Slow down.
Take the next left.
It-
Oh, unbelievable.
It's weird how quick those things stop you in your tracks. You don't bounce off them at all. In real life, they would absolutely fuck your day up. But in the
Right
game,
turn, coming up.
maybe a bounce. A little bit of help.
Our units also need assistance. 540 West 9th Street at Uncle Sam's Army Supply. 540 West 9th Street. Unit can handle code 2. Identify.
That's code 2. Isn't an officer involved disturbance?
Our units also needs assistance. 540 West 9th Street at Uncle Sam's Army Supply. 540 West 9th Street. Unit.
I don't know what you're talking about. We weren't doing nothing.
I've seen you little sons of bitches prowling around my store. I'll show you. I'll teach you not to.
Sir, drop the weapon. You've been drinking, sir. You don't really want to.
3 times I've been robbed. Ain't nothing gets done about it.
Could pay better attention to the suspects there, cop.
Look out, more of them.
Enough.
2 shots, all you need. Just take him down.
King calling KGPL.
Did they commonly wear body armor at the time? I'm gonna Google that.
Need an ambulance to 540 West 9th Street. It's code 4. Notify a supervisor and a coroner.
Roger, 11K. All units be advised. Suspects are down at 540 West 9th Street. Shooting at Uncle Sam's Army surplus is code 4.
Late 40s, okay. Soon,
You're
if not
behind the wheel.
already. Look at that. Fine art.
Skeleton goes into a bar and orders a beer and a mop. Isn't he the cop they've been talking about on the radio?
We can put the driver in front of a judge in less than a week.
That's not a punchline.
You'd be making a big mistake.
Run that by me again?
The victim was dead before
Making a
the
big
car.
mistake.
2 puncture wounds to the right side of the thorax. Second puncture reached his heart.
You're kidding me.
Been doing this job 23 years, son. No one's ever laughed at one of my jokes.
He was stabbed to death?
Long, sharp knife. Length of a bayonet.
We found a knife in the alleyway.
Where is it now? Was it bagged?
By Patrolman Kaplan.
Perfect. I'll get you a definite match.
Jesus, we got him. Murder 1. We were right there and they tried to stare us down. Now they'll both get the gas chamber. We have the knife, we have the coroner's report, and I bet we could roll Sabo as a witness.
Fun
Bring
fact.
her in.
None of them are going to get the gas chamber. I am, however, going to take the county coroner's vehicle because fuck the police. Does have a siren?
Try
Does have a
making it
radio?
to the next intersection without killing anybody. Can you do that for me?
Done. Just through there. Now I can kill somebody.
Straight through the next intersection.
Sorry, sir, you've been selected.
Slow down before someone gets hurt.
Any unit in the vicinity, see the man at 211 just occurred. 3rd and Hill Street. Stand by for further. Unit to handle code 3 identified.
Straight on here. Next right.
Next right?
Straight ahead here.
Oh, I need to go down, okay.
You're taking the next left. Left, coming up.
What? This leads to another left. Oh, there's a tunnel.
Any in the vicinity, see the man at 211 just occurred. 3rd and Hill Street. Stand by for further. Unit to handle code 3 identified.
We stood by for further, but nothing happened.
What took you so long? They're getting away.
Guys are in intestinal distress. That's what's happening. I have no shoes.
Had guns. Dirty louses took everything and then booked. They went that way.
They even took his
stairs
shoes.
alongside the track.
Interesting music.
You look like a rat with a gold tooth wearing a watch like this. It takes a man.
LAPD!
Fuck you!
I ain't taking no more than the car. Stop it, Phelps.
Didn't get clean headshots, but took him down. Only got shot once. I'll take it.
Car 11K. Shots fired. The suspect is down at 3rd and Hill.
Shots
Code
fired.
4 here,
By
but I need an
me.
ambulance.
11K, roger on the ambulance. All units, the shooting at 3rd and Hill Street is code 4. Code 4.
Good for. Look how dirty the fucking car is. Knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me.
He confirmed your husband's cause of death. We'd like you to come downtown and answer some questions.
It wasn't me. It was Leroy's idea. Leroy stabbed him. I had nothing to do with it.
Where is Leroy now?
He's in the bedroom.
You're very good, Lorna.
Put the gun down, Leroy. If you do something stupid now, you don't stand a chance in front of the grand
Nice of
jury.
you to give me up, sweetheart. All that whispering in my ear telling me how he had to get rid of him, how good it could be.
I like how they
all the
include
money
spit
we
coming
could
out of his
claim,
mouth.
All that planning, how to get him into the street, how to make it look like an accident.
For God's sake,
you had
Leroy,
all
shut
the
up.
bases covered, baby.
I had nothing to do with
There's a
it.
lot of spit coming out of his mouth.
Crazy man. Shoot him. Shoot him for God's sake.
Didn't even have his gun out.
Sabo.
Oh! Right in the goddamn liver. Oh, I'm back up. You go to jail. I'm gonna be right there next to you. Oh my god, we have to watch the whole fucking thing. Okay, there we go. You can take him alive. In fact, should I try to take him? No, it's too late.
You look spooked, Phelps. I thought you'd been under fire before.
It never gets any easier, Bukowski.
That's not where I got him. Brown Derby. It's a common name for ours. I think I'm going to call it at this case. It's been about 3 total hours I've been streaming because the first stream went about half an hour before we started it.
So, I give you a hit and run. You bring me back fraud, conspiracy, and first-degree murder. This is how a good detective operates, Phelps. You take nothing at face value. You keep digging and asking questions until you get to the truth. You got some sharp elbows on you, detective. I like that. Keep up the good work.
Ever want to compliment Stefan? He was there too. He did work. Hey, at least found all the clues this time. Another visit to Ray's, and you would have seen what Leroy was prepared to do to avoid jail. Because we would have found the shotgun. Yeah, but I think once you find that knife in the first place, I think it's set in stone. There's nothing you can do. I'm going to replay that at some point. No, I don't want to skip a downloaded case. Why would I ever want to skip a downloaded case because I played it before? In that case, why don't I skip every case? Because I played all of them before. Be the quickest playthrough ever.
Phelps, Bukowski. Beat cop says he located a green Kaiser Fraser from the hot sheet. Address is 6 West 2nd.
Alright, I can't quit here. So, thank you to anybody that came by to watch. Thank you to anybody that watches the VOD back.